So that's the real show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Round the Point Network. Welcome to what was an industry-changing night, the Elimination Chamber, a post-show, and oh boy, whoever thought this would happen. Hello, my name is Chase Oliver. I am joined by Heel Steven, Romeo Damas, who will be back soon. Hey, I'm Walter, and CPZ. Because we're here to discuss what quite possibly was one of the craziest nights in WWE history. The final stop to the road to WrestleMania. This was not a roadblock. This was not No Way Out. This was the Elimination Chamber, quite possibly one of the most impactful Elimination Chambers of all time. Thank you, Davion Washington, for subscribing. And yes, what a show we had tonight. Indeed. Whoa. It's almost like feels weird. Because normally when you do these reviews, it's like, gotta talk about what happened first, and then this, and then that, and then that. But it's almost like, how do you bury the lead? How do you start this show not talking about John Cena turning heel? It's almost like, oh man, like just talk about that first. And it's like, oh, but we gotta build it up and all this other stuff. So I'm just gonna ask initial thoughts on the show before we go into the first match. You guys, like The Rock here on ATP, we're long gamers. We ain't gonna give you all the good stuff right now. We're long gamers. So guess what? We'll do something different. We'll just tell you guys how we thought about the show overall, and then get into the first match. Steve, what are your initial thoughts on WWE Elimination Chamber tonight?
It's very, very crazy events that took place tonight. But overall, I was sports entertained.
Wow. Romeo, if you're ready, what did you think about Elimination Chamber tonight?
All-time show. First of all, there's only a few things on it, so. And the things that were on it, especially the ending, make it an all-time show.
Well, hey, I'm Walter. What did you think about this show?
Yeah, I mean, you could I didn't fully watch obviously the beginning, but basically that ending part of the show just made it the whole night and one of the most memorable segments of all time. So yeah, great show, goosebump show.
CPZ?
Yeah, man, all timer of a show, man. I went in the show with moderate expectations and walked away very pleased.
I'm with you. I felt this was one of the best shows you could get from WWE. Match perspective, and that's debatable. But in terms of entertainment and what you watch WWE as a whole for what it encompasses, this show delivered. It was a home run show. I would even say a grand slam type of show that WWE put out. So we kicked off the show with the WWE Women's Elimination Chamber. Winner faces Rhea Ripley or Io Sky. I don't know if we're gonna really think Io Sky is gonna win tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, but you gotta throw it out there. As we had Roxanne Perez, Bayley, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss. I can't say it otherwise my little Amazon thing goes crazy.
Smart.
And Bianca Belair going at it in this Women's Elimination Chamber match. Chamber match kicked off with Naomi and Liv in the ring, and then all of a sudden a storm is coming. Jade Cargill comes back in black, running to the ring, and we all think, oh, this is it. Liv's going to get her ass kicked. Nope, not the case at all. Jay gets into the ring, goes straight to Naomi. Bianca Belair, she's like, oh, The Rock's in the building. Disney just bought $7 Productions. I got to get my acting on. And she is distraught as Jade is just whipping the candy ass of Naomi, just destroying her. Liv's over there like, laughing at this. And Jade beats Naomi so hard, she just gets eliminated. She's the first one out of the match. Bam. Thank you for coming, Naomi. Way to get a paycheck. Bianca is still upset. Liv is celebrating. Bianca has to regather herself because she's next in the match. So it's Bianca and Liv. And Bianca and Liv. They had a nice little exchange up until then. Then the third participant was Roxanne Perez. Fourth participant was Bailey. But these women were actually like going at it like pretty hard. Like when those four got into the ring, they were going out there. They were doing a bunch of counters, doing a bunch of spots, diving off the chamber. There was one point where Bianca and Liv were both on top of the chamber, and Bianca whipped Liv's stomach so hard she had a scar. You would think Liv had surgery on her stomach, like she just gave a C-section. She just gave birth. That's how deep that went. And the chamber is full of steel. And yet that was the thing that damaged her the most, was a whip hair by Bianca Belair. But Alexa Bliss comes in, oogly boogly.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Do
no.
no oogly boogly in this match. Will you stop?
She was acting oogly boogly, giving Liv a
Sort
weird
of
death
behavior,
stare.
like,
A weird death stare. But then this led to Bailey getting eliminated, which was really shocking.
Ridiculous.
Bailey getting eliminated really quickly by Liv Morgan. Liv was looking like the MVP of this match. Roxanne Perez, not being, being a rookie, she made a rookie mistake. Like, she could have easily, let Bianca take care of business, but she ended up getting eliminated herself afterwards. Like, super kick Bianca, led to Liv Morgan getting another elimination. And then it's down to Liv, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair. And it looked like, oh, okay, this is the final three we all predicted for the most part. Alexa Bliss gets eliminated, but she does hit the Sister Abigail DDT, whatever she calls it. It's not a traditional Sister Abigail, but she gets eliminated again by who else but Liv? I mean, Liv Morgan. What an MVP in this match. She just, the working woman. We have the working man Allen, the working woman Liv Morgan, just doing all the work in this match. And then it comes down to Liv taking on Bianca. There's a great spot where at the end, Liv grabs Bianca's hair like a yo-yo and is just bouncing her off the freaking steel chain. But it does not matter because, Bianca Belair, she is the EST. She is super Bianca. No sold that shit. Did nice little teases of, oh, the Oblivion might hit. Oh, the Code Breaker might hit. Oh, this might hit. It don't matter. Lift them on the shoulders. It's not an AA. It's a KOD. 1, 2, 3. Bianca Belair is now the number one contender to Rhea Ripley or Io Sky. She'll be going to WrestleMania. She has her ticket punched. She still wants answers for what happened. She talked about that on the post show. But I thought that this match right here, really good opener. I feel it's one of the better women's elimination chamber matches that you could have asked for, in my personal opinion. But all 6 women, well, minus Naomi, all the 5 women that actually participated did their part. Naomi did her part too. I mean, she was part of that hot start. Like, that really kicked off this match, which was like, holy shit, what's going on? I actually liked this match a lot. That was a great opener. Romeo, what did you think?
I agree with your takes about where this chamber ranks. It's hard for me to think of a lot of great women's chambers, but this feels up there. The work was really good. And the opening was hot, like you said, with Naomi and Jade. Bianca's acting was good. And the woman cooked. Like, I've been on this Liv Morgan train for a while. Over a year now. I thought she was the Women's Wrestler of the Year last year. And she's off to a great start this year for all the non-believers that didn't believe in her last year. Like, are you starting to believe now that she's actually improved and she's cooking when she works now? Like, come on. If you're late to the train, now's the time to get on it. She is absolutely delivering every time she gets in there now. Whoever's booking these matches, putting them together, the producers, they're doing great work too. Bianca winning, I don't know, because here's my thing. It seems like has a role to play in this Naomi Jade angle. So I'm all for Bianca Rhea. Trust me. That's going to be great and awesome. But is this other angle going to take away from Bianca Rhea? Is it going to be a big part of the storyline? Rhea has nothing to do with this.
It's almost
takes away the focus.
It's like that Sasha and Bianca feud where the focus wasn't on Sasha.
Try to forget
Bianca.
about that.
It was really the Smollier, Reginald. He was the main
I tried to forget about that, man.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I understand your concern there, because this could be a situation where we should be excited for Rhea versus Bianca inside the ring. And we know these women are going to kill it in a match. But then it's like, hey, is that going to be the focus of the match? Is that going to be the storyline? I was under the belief, and I said it on our preview show, you have to do it while you're hot. Like, because WWE right now, they don't know when they're gonna remain this hot, this interesting for fans, especially newer fans. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. Don't wait on it. And that's pretty much what I took on it. But I do agree with your point. There could be some concern with this whole Jade Cargill thing with Naomi, with Bianca. Hey, that could take away from the world title match coming up in WrestleMania, and we're only like 47 days away from it. Steve, what are your thoughts on the match?
I thought overall it was a very, very good way to kick off the show. I do think again, the fact that Jade came back today, again, everything about that opening part was just crazy. The way she was beating up on Naomi, Bianca was just literally on her like Emmy nominee levels here of like, yo, Brock, if you're watching this, I know you are. I'm ready to be on these movies coming up and stuff like that. But overall, like Romeo, I agree with Romeo on this one. You know, I thought Liv Morgan tonight delivered in every aspect here. She literally worked her ass off tonight in this match. But I agree with everyone. Yes, we might have seen this between Rhea and Bianca all you want, but they're gonna go out. They're gonna kill at WrestleMania. But of course, there is still, even though we kind of know already, like does Io Sky really have a chance against Rhea Ripley on Monday? But nevertheless, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy at Mania. The question is though, do you think this is a night 1 or night 2 type of match between Rhea and Bianca?
It's a contender, you know. There's a short list of contenders for the main event of night 1. I think it's on the contention of a night 1 main event. You can actually make a good argument for it being a night 1 main event. I think it's on the contention because night 2, we already know what night 2 is going to be. Night 1 now, that's the main event spot where it's like, what are your contenders? Of the announced matches so far, it's Jey Uso versus Gunther, Charlotte versus Tiffy, Rhea versus Bianca. And then the matches that aren't announced, we also are probably going to think Roman Reigns might be in the mix with whether he's facing CM Punk and Seth Rollins, whether it's going to be CM Punk and just Seth Rollins straight up. You know, there's a bunch of different contenders that you can do for that. I honestly think that Rhea versus Bianca might be the leader of the clubhouse of the night 1 main event, because you know that this match will probably deliver a lot more than let's be real. Charlotte and Tiffy, I don't think that's a night 1 main event level, especially because when we talk about Tiffany Stratton later tonight, yeah, she's not ready for that main event. Jay and Gunther, you can argue, yes, should be the main event. But then you're wondering, okay, like, will WWE want to push that as the main event? Because, you know, we can tell Triple H, he's pretty tapped in. It's not like Triple H, like, we could call Triple H ignorant. We could call Triple H, you know, someone that doesn't pay attention to a lot of things. But he's pretty tapped in with, like, what the fan reaction is. And he loves Jay. He knows Jay's hot. He knows the crowd loves him. But he's also heard, you know, the criticism of, like, oh, you can't have Jay. Like, a lot of people say you can't have Jay main event. Jay main eventing would be the dumbest thing ever. I disagree with that. I think you should take the risk of having Jay main event, but it's up to interpretation. But I think it's on the short list of night 1 main events for sure. I think Charlotte and Tiffy is night 2. Yeah.
It's got to be Jay Gunther. You got to end with Jey Uso winning the championship.
What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't?
He's winning.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he-
the.
no,
It cannot.
Jay's winning.
Here's my big gripe. It cannot be at all. If the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns is the match, CM Punk can't go from striving to be the main event of WrestleMania, winning his chamber match, and then go to main event WrestleMania anyways in a non-title match. It does not work out.
I think that's a great co-main event for night 2 or co-main event for night 1. I think night 2 co-main event, if anything. Like, that could be the second to last match before you get to Cena versus Cody. Because I think that will be like two big epic matches to end like a great night 2 for WrestleMania. That's just my take on it. Like that, we've been on that since what? If you go back to our Royal Rumble review, we talked about that could potentially be the plan. CPZ, what do you got?
In terms of the match
and whatever you were gonna say.
Okay. I didn't get to see this match, unfortunately, but I did see the clip with Jade Cargill returning, and I think it was good. I don't know if I would have done that angle though in this match, because I feel like you could have got more out of the drama if this was
Yes.
its own standalone thing, because then they kind of just dismissed that. Then we got to get with the match, and we kind of forgot about that. So, and then it does kind of take away from the Rhea thing because Bianca's still tied to that. So, but all that aside, yeah, it looks like a good match. So, but yeah.
Did you want the
Walter,
like? Did you want like investigator Jade Cargill like trying to find out who did that to her?
I
Or
think that's such a waste of time.
Yeah, it is. It kind of
No,
is.
I wouldn't say that.
disagree. I wanted that. Like it kills time. Like it tells storytelling. I wanted that.
Maybe we could have investigator
okay.
Jade Cargill, but Jade's just not like
She's not gonna do the
level-headed.
role.
She's pissed. No, she just sees red. She's just pissed, and so that's what I like is that Jade Cargill. Maybe she just acted out of emotion. Like this is just Jade being an emotional person, and that adds more than Jade being I'm smart and sophisticated. Like no, this girl is a badass. She's not going to take shit from no one, and she wants people to know that hey, whoever double crossed her, they're going to freaking pay. And I like that a lot more than Jade Green. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I think it was this person. Like why we gotta get Jade acting? Just have Jade be this big dominant woman that she is and kick ass. I thought that's what I like a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe she's wrong. Maybe it's not Naomi. Heck, maybe this all sets up to where it's actually been Bianca this whole time, like I've been predicting, that Bianca's the one who attacked. But Jay just thinks it's Naomi because Naomi tried to take her position and she's not thinking right. And she said, well, the person who attacked me was wearing glow gear. And then Naomi's like, what? I wasn't wearing glow gear that night. And it was Bianca. It's all red herring. So who knows? Walter, you didn't see this match, correct?
I didn't see it in full, nope. But
All right.
I saw the what you call it, the whatever Liv took from Bianca's hair. That was crazy. It looked like Liv took a lot of damage in this match.
Oh yeah,
I'll give her
she was
props.
MVP of this match.
She was.
Yeah, I saw the beginning with the Jade attack. Uh, yeah, I also agree with that. Like, I think it'll be Naomi's now a little too obvious. I don't know how Bianca, this is the weird part of her winning. Like, I wish there was no tease of her and Rhea really. So I'm like, that was in my mind. But then I'm like, she lost the tag titles that Monday, so I'm like, oh, she might win the match now, which she did. So now, like, you kind of have her in two different stories. It's a little weird. I don't know, but we'll see. Because I know that's a big time matchup, so it does make sense to make. But I wonder how that build's gonna turn out.
Jesus. So I'm just letting you know. I'm going to share this in the Radicals. We can check it out. Travis Scott slaps the fuck out of Cody. Holy crud! He just slaps the
Yeah, I
He's
told
better
you
than
it was like a shoot slap. He like
No, if you watch this angle, he literally slapped him.
There'll be a receipt for that
They
at
gotta teach him.
WrestleMania. There'll be a receipt.
Yeah,
Speaking of slapping, Tippy time and Trishy time took on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax, and what was a good effort, a good effort between these four women. I mean, Trish got a reaction, Tippy got
She
a
did.
reaction, Naomi did her part,
Big
Candice was the
parlay.
workhorse. Nothing more to really say about it. Tiffany, I will say, gotta do better. You gotta do better as champion. I know a lot of people are high on Tiffany Stratton. They like her, not just as a performer and talent, but also as I guess you could say next big star. But in the ring, too sloppy. Too sloppy. And tonight was really, really rough. Like they did this weird thing where Trish had to do her move and then Tiffany had to catch a breather at the end just so that way she can hit the prettiest moonsault ever. It was very bizarre. But yeah, it was a good effort by these women. They tried. They went out there and tried. If there was a dud on this show, this was the dud. No build up to Charlotte whatsoever. Charlotte was like, I ain't flying to Canada. Screw that. Staying home.
It's too cold over there.
No. She did her meet and greet, and then she flew out.
Yeah. See, I don't need to be here for this and stuff. It was more for the fans that want to see Trish. It's awesome to see Trish still wrestle. So it's great to see that she's still active for the most part. But Yeah. Steve, any thoughts you want to add to this match for your favorite women's wrestler of the year, Trish
Well,
Stratus?
look, she got to look, man. Her wrestling in her hometown in Rogers Center, old Sky Dome, right, for the first time since WrestleMania 18. And again, I thought she did her thing for the most part. Tiffany Stratton, we can all agree, yes, still a little sloppy. Think she needs to work on, but you kind of knew going into this. All right, you know who's gonna win. And honestly, again, Tiffany Stratton, getting the pin, give her some sort of momentum going into her title match at WrestleMania. But that's basically it. Oh my God, crap, Tank's getting cracked. But yeah.
Okay. Steve got distracted there. Romeo, what are your thoughts?
Ooh, I got a rant about something here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me
Go ahead,
preface this by saying I like Tiffany Stratton. I'm rooting for her. I want her to be good. And anything I'm about to say is it's nothing personal. It's to the fans. It's to these stupid fans who put her on this pedestal. They say she's the next Charlotte Flair. They say she's even better than Charlotte Flair. They say even that. And that, she doesn't get things handed to her like Charlotte Flair did on a silver platter because of her last name. Folks, you're seeing not anybody can beat Charlotte Flair. Not anybody. Stop it. Stop it. You say whatever you want about her last name. She's earned it. She delivers in the ring. She's Mrs. WrestleMania. This is what she does. Tiffany Stratton has had some rough weeks in a row with these matches. She is looking sloppy, and she's looked sloppy in NXT before. She honestly could have probably used more time. I'm rooting for her. I hope Charlotte takes her to a great match at WrestleMania, a WrestleMania Classic. But you're starting to see, like, she's not this perfect thing that everybody thought she was. She still needs work, seasoning. That's all I want to say. The match was okay, but it's mostly for Trish.
Exactly.
Like I said, Tiffany's got work to do.
Walters, did you see any highlights from this match while you were tuning in, or no? Probably not.
No, I didn't. But I mean, can anyone really name me a good Trish? No, Trish Stratus legend. Anyone name me a good Tippy time match? I don't know. The one with Becky and NXT. That's really the only one
That's
that
true.
stood out for me.
I agree.
Oh, Draven, what is this? Charlotte looking like Tippy's
That's
grandma.
what I was
That's a good one.
Chipa's on Romeo's side here. These fans complain about Charlotte getting the title shot. Fuck that. Look at the match. Potential to be a WrestleMania
Charlotte-
classic.
Let me tell you
Charlotte
something,
put a good
Draven.
match for her.
Grandma works circles around Tiffany's in-ring work. So just so you know.
It's really hard pressed to name a bad Charlotte Flair Mania match, and her bad ones are mostly decent to solid, which is a great resume because there's a lot of great wrestlers when you look at the WrestleMania resume, and they have a lot of stinkers. And it's sometimes the greats that have those stinkers. Cena, Austin, Rock, Triple H, stinkers.
That's the worst
Shawn
one with
Michaels.
Ronda, right?
Yeah, Ronda's probably her worst one. It's not even that bad. People just hate
Yeah.
Ronda.
It's not even that bad, yeah.
People look
No,
at
it's
that
not
match
bad,
and just
but
see Charlotte and
it's just-
Ronda, and they're pissed, and so they just hate.
Yeah, it was technically just not as good as the others.
I actually enjoyed it. I mean, they were pretty stiff with each other.
Yeah.
CPZ, do you have anything you want to add to this match?
It was what it was. Tiffany, it's one of those examples where you look good because of the people you're surrounded by. And when you really get up there to people who are better than you, we start to see who you really are. I think Tiffany is kind of like in that, I don't even want to say before Randy Orton stage, but she's a promising prospect. She just hasn't hit her stride yet. But in due time, she will, I believe, but just not right now.
Yeah, definitely not right now. But you know what is right now, guys? You know what is right now? Cody Rhodes answering The Rock. Oh, no. That wasn't right now. We got a video package showing how great joining The Rock is. Look at all the people. He's held Grayson Waller. He's held Zelina Vega in movies. Oh, the Rock is great. The Rock is awesome. So we thought, this has to be next. This is why they're showing the video package. Nope. pause that because we got to be unsanctioned real quick. WWE is not going to endorse this match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Whatever happens, happens between these two former best friends in Canada. And oh boy, did it happen. Owens and Zayn went out there and put on a fantastic brawl that I absolutely enjoyed. Kevin Owens, I don't know what the bump count is for you, buddy, but that's two crazy matches back to back PLEs, man. Like you got to ice up that body a little bit before you get into WrestleMania. And we'll talk about what you're doing in WrestleMania for a minute. But yeah, these two just absolutely killed it. Kevin Owens took 2 blue thunder bombs on the outside on top of a bunch of trash that the concession people had to clean up. So took 2 blue thunder bombs on the outside. Sammy took a lot of bumps onto the outside. He also took going through 2 stacked tables. There was a point in the match where they were just hitting each other with a bunch of steel chairs. The match started to get really crazy when Sami Zayn pulled out a barbed wire steel chair. And I thought for sure, okay, he's pulling that out. He's going to be the one to take it. Nope, Kevin Owens was the one to take the barbed wire steel chair. Not only just take the barbed wire steel chair right on his back, but then Sammy dropped toes hold him as Kevin Owens is charging him on top of the barbed wire steel chair. So Kevin Owens got his face right in barbed wire, but no blood. Wonder why there was no blood for this match. Yeah, we talk about that
I wonder
later.
why too.
Cool.
I wonder why.
Long
Chase.
gamers here. We don't have long gamers. They gotta save that for later. But ultimately, this led to where Sami Zayn was selling really well of how just in bad shape he is. Like he took this match, and despite everything, he is just not in the best health. He's shaking, he's tremoring, and that shaking and tremoring was just enough for Kevin Owens to be able to attack him on the outside, hit him with a couple big moves on the outside, and then finally power bombs onto the apron. I mean, it was so bad. Canadian legend, the man who made the move that everyone has stolen from him, Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer, came out. I just learned he was Canadian today. Kenny Dykstra was out there. Jason Jordan. Production people were upset. They wanted Kevin Owens to stop. We had 3 rep bumps in this match. 3. Little Nate probably took the worst one of them all. But we had 3 rep bumps in this match. And Kevin Owens finally, after one more powerbomb on the apron, he hit 2 total. Or 3 technically. The second one was kind of just like he was pissed or something. Throw Sammy in. 1, 2, 3. It's over. A bunch of people go check on Sammy. Security, they're escorting Kevin Owens out. But Kevin Owens, he ain't finished. Goes outside, grabs the little plastic covering showing the exposed concrete that is underneath there. Rolls out, grabs Sami Zayn. Oh no, don't do this. Don't do the package pile driver onto the concrete. And then, what's that? You hearing voices inside your head? Do they counsel you and do they understand? Huge pop. Randy Orton returns. The Viper is back. Randy Orton comes back, and Kevin Owens just immediately goes in the ring. Orton starts to unload on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens tries to fight back, but he's beaten down. He's tired. Randy gets a steel chair. Bam, bam, and he's thinking about doing it one more time. And then voices are talking to him. They're saying something to him. Goes back. Oh man, the punt, the banned move. Is it back? Is it back? And these guys that were so concerned for Sami Zayn, that concerned for his health, didn't try to stop Kevin Owens from kicking his ass. Oh, the minute Randy Orton's running to go for a punt, oh man, we gotta protect you, Kevin. Security separates for Randy Orton. Randy Orton RKO is a bunch of independent talents, and that's how we end this segment. Very hot ending. Walter, did you tune in by this point, or did you miss this portion?
No, I did. This is where I was tuning in. Like,
Okay, what did you think
settling
about
in.
this one?
This match, you can't go wrong with a Zayn Owens, whatever you want to call him, Steen generico match. Every match they have is like really crazy. Like they know how to deliver, and they literally lived up to this unsanctioned stipulation. Like it felt like there was a real personal beef between them, and that's what happens when two people who best of friends know how to tango, and they did their thing. There was moments I was like, damn, is Orton gonna come out like during the match? But he didn't, and I'm kind of glad because clearly that's not the program for Mania. But to have this in Canada made sense. I don't know what's next for Zayn. He should definitely not come back anytime soon, though. Sell the injury a bit. Owens, like you said, he went back to back matches, just being tearing, wear and tearing his body. Like he's gonna
What?
need to use a lot of ice up. What the hell
What?
happened?
CPZ's reacting to the boxing match. We will get his
Fuck.
initial
Oh, I
thoughts on
got
after
rigged.
my
this.
god.
Oh, majority draw. The fuck is this?
Yeah, that
Roman, we
was
missed out, bro. We
That-
The
missed
fix
out.
is in.
You
We
should have known. You
missed
should
out.
have known when Tank was fighting. You should have just followed Chase Oliver's lead. That's what I betted. Great job, Chase. Great job by you, buddy.
Whatever.
Great job by you. I always vote draws when it's big boxing fights. I know that's gonna hit, and everything. But yeah, no, this was tremendous. Steve, your thoughts on the match?
Look, these two guys cannot do no wrong. Doesn't matter how many times you see this match, these two guys cannot do no wrong in my eyes. And I do love the callback to their takeover match from many, many years ago. The pop-up power bomb to the outside.
Millie bomb.
The no Millie bomb, yeah, but you get the
He did
idea.
two of them,
Multiple of them on the outside.
or multiple of them, but he tried to fight one back.
Yeah. You Michael Cole on please just stop the match, please. These, again, just everything about this, just emotion. Damn, bro. Just amazing stuff here. Amazing.
Amazing stuff indeed. Romeo, what are your thoughts?
Outstanding match. They delivered in ring. Now, keep in mind, I'm a fan who has not watched their ROH wars, so I'm
Yeah.
watching from a different point of view. So I don't know how it measures to like that specifically, but they delivered when it came to in ring stuff. But my only thing is that, and this is not their fault. This is not their fault. They definitely delivered like as far as brutality with like the moves that they promised, like as far as like how hard they were gonna take it on each other. But this match definitely needed blood. Not blood that's under not blood that's under Kevin Owens' shirt. Not blood that's under Kevin Owens' shirt that we can't see. Or little scrapes, especially when Liv Morgan's out there. You can see like she's got more scraps than what we saw in this match, you know. It needed blood. And this is not their fault. This is a call from up above, from the final boss. They're gonna have blood for his segment.
Yeah, I can't have it any.
This is all-time politics by the final boss or Triple H or whoever made that call. This needed blood. But they delivered everything else. Like, it just needed blood, honestly.
Before we get to CPZ, this comment is funny by Weston. I officially don't know what reality I live in. First, Chiefs gets their butt kicked. Luka gets traded. Now Cena turns heel. Wow. Insane reality. CPZ, your thoughts on the match and Randy Orton's return?
Yeah, it was a great match, great brawl, everything that you would expect from these guys, dating from their ROH days and in the WWE. But yeah, I definitely agree. Blood was definitely the missing element in this match. I think if there was blood, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. I honestly, I'm gonna be kind of bold here. I think we'll probably kind of forget about this match due to the lack of blood there was. I mean, the storyline, you went to the guy's crib, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you showed the children, like there were violent elements in this match, don't get me wrong, but there was just that one thing missing, and we have our little tribalist fans around here that love to compare, and when you have a blood feud like Hangman Adam Page and Swerve, you kind of gotta hold the candle up to what they did too when you have a similar storyline that kind of plays on personal elements. But it was a good match though.
Yeah. What match is Randy Orton and Kevin Owens having? Are we having a regular match or is it going to be crazy?
It'll have to be like a
regular crazy Randy Orton match. That's what we're gonna have.
I would say
you called it on the stream.
I would say
I
Falls
think I
Count
did.
Anywhere. I would say Falls Count Anywhere, but yeah, knowing
Orton Falls Count Anywhere. He's going to
He's
hate
not
that.
going all over he's not going all over the stadium.
a traditional
Come on,
wrestling match.
As long
That
as
just
it
goes
ain't as
crazy.
long as
Yes.
that Edge match, I'm good. As long as that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be long-winded. Come on.
Davion has a good suggestion. Last man standing. I don't know. I think Randy Orton has
No.
PTSD from that Edge match.
Yeah,
That was the last man standing.
Yeah, PTSD.
No last
Yeah.
man stand.
I think if there's
No
going to be a
last man.
stipulation, steel cage wouldn't be too bad. Like if you want to just do like a cage match or something, because they have to change up the stipulations. You can almost argue that Orton and Kevin Owens could like. I mean, Edge and Finn Balor was in the Hell in a Cell. You can almost argue that Orton and KO can be thrown inside Hell in a Cell, but then KO might kill himself in this match too. 3 PLEs in a row where he's killing
Yeah.
He's on a
himself.
great run. He's on
Yeah,
a great run,
uh,
man.
He might be the PLE wrestler
Yeah.
of the year by the end of the year. The way that he's been wrestling,
He's
like
killing himself.
He is.
two really great matches back to back. So very
Whatever,
good stuff.
whatever you want to say, though, we can all agree that KO's trajectory of WrestleMania is looking up.
Oh yeah,
And Sami Zayn's is looking down.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. We'll see you at Backlash Mexico. We hasta la vista. We won't be seeing you anytime soon. Oh man, that's crazy. Long gamers, by the way, because after that, you would think, oh no, men's elimination chamber. That's closing the show. It's time. It's time. Cody finally going to answer the Rock.
What? The main event for it?
Yeah, the main event is next. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, and CM Punk went at it. Winner was going to face Cody Rhodes at the Showcase of Immortals. And what a rough start to this match. Holy shit. Smash starts off with Drew and Seth Rollins, a match we've seen a dozen times. We've seen this so many times. And I don't know. They just felt off in this beginning portion. Like, it was just like, these two were just like, we just got to get to the motions. Damian Priest comes in and he's...
No pop.
Well, just in general, no pop. Damian Priest, like, he was just like,
come
yo,
on.
couldn't even get a pop from the toaster away from this crowd. The
You're
crowd just wasn't feeling Damian Priest at all. Like, he just really could not. Yeah, no, he couldn't. Well, it wasn't that funny, Steve. Jeez.
He's
But,
he's on the edible.
Oh,
whatever.
he's on the edible. He's on the edible and the weed. I forgot. Yes, he's high. He's just like The Rock, drunk, except he's high. But so Damian Priest comes in, does his stuff. He's fine. And then in the fourth person, it's Logan Paul. And Logan Paul just, I don't know, he just felt so off tonight.
Hey,
He didn't-
yo.
he just was like kind of whatever, just kind of just doing his thing. And then number 5, we all thought this was Punk. Oh, no way. Cena's going to enter like second to last. Nope. It was John Cena. And John Cena wasted no time. He said, screw all this. AA to you. AA to you. Shoulder shove, spin out powerbomb. You can't see me. 5-knuckle shuffle. AA to you. Wait a minute. Drew hits him with the... Holy shit, Drew hit him with the... Is this it? Oh, no way. Don't tell me Cena's really just in this match to hit a bunch of finishers and then he's going to get eliminated. Nope. Damian Priest rolls up Drew McIntyre. And the one guy that everyone thought was going to be the dark horse to win the Rumble. Not the Rumble, the Chamber. Sorry, I get them confused sometimes. To win the Chamber. A guy that, like, let's keep in mind, 2 days before, there was a report, big spoiler, coming out of the Elimination Chamber that Drew McIntyre was going to win it. People did not think that what we saw tonight was going to happen. So people thought Drew was going to be the Rock's champion. They're going to have Drew win. Nah, motherfucker, you're the first one out. You're the first one out. And then afterwards, just to get revenge, Drew goes and hits a Claymore on Damian Priest. Logan Paul on the top of the chamber hits a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is out. Oh, cool. So Damian Priest is now gone from the match. That's fine. Now we're down to Logan Paul, CM Punk, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. CM Punk actually comes in after these eliminations. Like, he's not even in the ring. He comes in afterwards. Him and Logan Paul get into a little bit of exchange. Somewhere down the line, Logan Paul gets eliminated by CM Punk. You know, that's just what happened. And then we get down to the final 3. Seth Rollins, John Cena, and CM Punk. But before that, us 2011 people, we got our nostalgia in John Cena and CM Punk.
In the feels, man.
Long lost lovers as these two looked each other in the eyes. Oh, and Cena, he's looking around, he's smiling. Punk is smiling. And then Punk goes and Cena goes and shakes hands with Punk. But Punk said, friends don't shake hands, John. they hug before going at it. Yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo. Go at it. They do their thing. And then this leads to Seth Rollins getting involved. And then CM Punk and Seth Rollins have their little back and forth. It was a good back and forth. Really enjoyed it a lot. But ultimately, this led to CM Punk getting eliminated. No, not CM Punk getting eliminated. Sorry. Getting distracted by the background noise in my house. By Seth Rollins getting eliminated by a double finisher. AA to the GTS to the AA. Crazy good stuff. Really, really liked it. And then we're back to Cena and Punk. And then these two said, screw it. We ain't going to actually wrestle a match. Finisher fest it is. Cena goes for another handshake. Punk says, nah, screw that. GTS. Right to the dome. Cena kicks out. Cena goes for the AA, hits it. 1, 2. Punk kicks out. Both were looking at the referee, by the way. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a brain aneurysm on his little ranch in Nevada. He's like, God damn it, kids, I told you guys not to look at the ref. You guys are 20 plus year vets. What are y'all doing? Very upset by this, for sure. But ultimately, CM Punk, it looks like he's gained the upper hand. He just kind of bounces down to the ropes. Curb stomp out of nowhere. And what does John Cena do in this situation? Is he upset that Seth Rollins did this and he gets mad at Seth? You know, Cena's been a noble, honorable guy his whole career. Normally would go out of the ring, push Seth, saying, hey, what are you doing ruining this? No, Cena takes advantage right away. He grabs CM Punk's leg, puts in the STF, and chokes out CM Punk. Punk is choked out, and bam, John Cena wins. He goes and he's acting goofy. And then finally, and I mean finally, we get Cody Rhodes' answer. As the chamber rises, wrestling has more than one royal family. Cody Rhodes comes out, looks at Cena, happy to see that his friend won, shook his hand, and John Cena gives him the tip of the cap. He's excited for this match at WrestleMania. And then we hear, if you smell, and then remix to Fiend, 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 Fiend. And then The Rock comes out with Travis Scott. What the fuck is Travis Scott doing out here? And he just has his custom hardcore title, and he's just walking with The Rock to the ring, which was weird. Rock enters the ring, caresses Cody Rhodes' face one more time, and says, are you ready to join me? Are you ready to give me your soul? Hug me and give me your soul. And Cody Rhodes tells The Rock to fuck off. The soul does not belong to him. It belongs to the people. And John Cena's in the background. He's like, yeah, it belongs to the people. Travis Scott, he's trying to light up his sage. His blunt. It was sage he was smoking, not his blunt. So it was sage. I guess that's allowed in the arena. He's trying to light it up. He's more focused on this than the actual segment itself.
Exactly.
And then John Cena, he looks like he's happy for Cody. Cody's happy. They're like, yeah. Cena goes and he hugs Cody. And Cena's face goes from this happy to this serious, stern face. The Rock slits the throat, gives the orders. Cena separates from Cody. Cody's kind of confused. Kick in the nuts. Holy shit. What? John Cena kicked Cody in the nut. Wait, did John Cena turn heel? John Cena, the face of the company, the babyface Make-A-Wish champion. He has the most Make-A-Wishes of all time. He has granted over 600 Make-A-Wishes or something like that. The guy who's been the corporate PR golden child. He just turned heel. Holy shit. John Cena is now a heel. This leads to a beatdown. And we were wondering where the blood was. It was going to be Cody Rhodes' blood spilled this night. As Cody Rhodes was busted wide open because Cena hit him with everything. The Rolex that he gave to The Rock before their big match at WrestleMania 40 last year. Boom, boom. Hit him with the microphone a bunch of times. Hit him with the WWE Championship. Then The Rock grabs the blood of Cody, puts it on the Cody Soul weight belt. Cena keeps beating down Cody a little bit. He holds him down. Travis Scott, for whatever reason, gets involved in this. Just standing there doing nothing. And then for whatever reason, he holds Cody down and slaps the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Right in the ear, bro.
Just did not care. Like a legit slap. Like this, Travis Scott did not throw a working punch or a working slap. He legit Cody Rhodes' head. Rock gives Cody a couple lashes with the belt, with the weightlifting belt. And the exit scene that we saw is the thumbnail of The Rock, Travis Scott in the middle, and John Cena. This was our exit shot. The executive producer, Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting popped up as this was the final shot we saw of what was an industry-changing night. Because, guys, they turned John Cena heel. Like, this is the golden child.
Triple H Stradamus.
Oh, my God. And to make it even more crazier, the poster that they posted like a day before at The Rock, at Travis Scott, at John Cena, a night you will never forget, Elimination Chamber tomorrow. That was what they posted. And this is a night you will never forget. First of all, this segment is phenomenal. Great job. They made the right call having this to go on after the Chamber, and especially for what it led to. But what makes this moment like even better is just that you had Travis Scott there and it was just fucking hilarious. So it's one of the most game-changing, craziest moments you'll see in pro wrestling. The reason why, like when people go, why do you watch this bullshit? Why are you a fan of this fake shit? Why are you moments like this where it's just like where you think you know it all, especially like us doing YouTube and all this other stuff. We like to think we know it all. We like to think we know the answer to every solution. We think we know better than everything else. And then they just do this, and then you kind of feel like, damn, they got me. They did such a good. I fucking love this shit. The emotions you feel when you see the crowd, the reactions, the way they are feeling towards this. But then it's also too, man. It's just like Travis Scott is just trying to smoke sage in the back, and he slaps Cody Rhodes hard as fuck, and then he just looks like this is not the image that you think to see. You're like just Travis Scott just in the middle of John Cena and The Rock. John Cena just made this career-defining heel turn. Oh yeah, here's Travis Scott, multi-platinum artist and influencer, crazy. So that'd be nice, Davion, if we can call it the FU again. But
it would be
yeah,
nice.
So, and yeah, honestly, man, it's such a hard. It's not a hard. It's just so crazy that this happened. John Cena turning heel. Steve, what did you think about this?
I feel like there was two parts of the Chamber. The beginning where it was like, all right. And then we got to that. And again, the final three was Rollins, Cena, and Punk. And just the back and forth, right? Rollins getting eliminated by that combination. By the way, they did an homage to the Hart Foundation. You would think the heart attack, yeah. Obviously, again, Punk had to for a fact, Punk, look, can we do the spot? I got to honor Brett in Canada. I got to honor him in Canada.
Yeah, he definitely.
Didn't wear the ring gear.
But I'll honor him in this. We'll honor Brett in this way. And he was like, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? But yeah, man, just the heel turn alone, bro. We hear for a long time. We all wanted to see it, right? Cena turning heel back in the day, right? And now that you see it years later, right? Cena's at a point of his career where he's done it all, right? And it's finally happened. I still can't believe it. It's crazy. It's gonna be the talk. It's gonna be the talk. Even those who don't even watch it on a frequent base, like who don't watch the Monday, they don't watch the Friday shows, they just watch the PLEs. And hey, you saw John Cena turn. He turned heel. He turned bad guy. Unbelievable. It's fucking crazy, and it makes sense.
I agree. Unbelievable, and it's crazy too because I've done YouTube for a long time. You've done YouTube for a long time, Steve. We've all done Q&As. How many times have we been asked a question? Will John Cena turn heel? Should WWE turn John Cena?
How would you book Cena's heel turn?
How many Q&As have you been in mind, CPZ? And you've had people ask me about a John Cena heel turn, and I literally have to tell them so many times it won't happen. It just won't happen at this current landscape. How many times have you seen that, CPZ?
Tons and tons and tons across all YouTubers, all of them.
Yep. What did you think?
Even Cena himself.
What do you think of the heel turn?
Who?
CPZ.
Oh, the heel turn, man. Wow. That I don't even know what to really even say about it because, like, I wasn't even prepared to even be talking
come
about
on.
something like this even happening. But
Yeah, don't throw that out. Come on, you gotta get the Blu-ray version words.
Collector's item.
Yeah, collect the WWE Studios. Come on,
Get
words.
the
Don't throw it out.
get the Miz one.
Good throw them in.
Get
Ain't nobody
the 12
watching
rounds
that.
John Moxley ones.
Who?
I know Venom. I didn't know if you were still in the chat. I was gonna be like, I'm sure Venom Hernandez has asked me like 2 times at least. John Cena turning Neo.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something we never expected. We finally got it. It was great. Yeah, that the Travis Scott thing. I think they really wanted to kind of go with that NWO aesthetic with 3 people there for Cena. I think that was by design. And it was great. It was almost like it was like 2 worlds coming together. It was like pure comedy with the most crazy serious thing like that ever happened all into one.
I think it
was
helps
great.
too with Travis kind of being there because he's such an icon outside of just like wrestling.
Yes.
This is going to get some play, and then people are going to be like, "Whoa, John Cena, the nice guy, turned bad." But then you just see Travis Scott there, so Travis Scott fans might be a little bit interested in what his role, and he has a belt. But by the way, I love his hardcore title. I think it's sick. Walter, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, a chamber match overall, it was. I thought it definitely picked up at the end. Like you said, it's like they got rid of the first 3 wrestlers that didn't matter as much. They kept the last 3, and
Yeah.
then obviously that last 2 was a great sequence. Rollins, Punk, Roman might have their own program, but Cena winning, it did. The heel turns, there were so many signs. I mean, you go back to the Rumble post conference, you
Yep.
go and see this match itself taking advantage of Punk,
That's for business.
being vulnerable, and seeing all that, he didn't have to qualify for the chamber. I mean, it all makes perfect sense.
And
But
he's
yeah,
going to
it kind of caught me
Africa,
off guard
Walter.
tonight.
Yeah, he's doing that. Yeah, sorry,
going
Wes.
to
He's not gonna be
Africa.
there. He won't be there on Monday. He's flying early.
Oh yeah, see, so we can't even follow up. Well, we'll see. I mean, if he's there
It's fine
tomorrow,
because we
great. I
still
mean,
got
Monday, great.
8 weeks left. You still got 8 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said, remember,
Yeah,
guys,
he'll show up
long,
for the European shows.
long gamers. Come on, guys.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
there
Long
next week.
gamers.
Yeah.
Don't be short term. Don't be short termers.
Uh,
Be long gamers in this. By the
One
way,
second.
I'm going to ask Romeo his thoughts. But if you guys have any questions outside of Elimination Chamber, just want to add more, drop them in the comments, and we'll read your questions and answer
Super
as much
chat.
as we can.
Yeah, also
Super chats would be
Super
very
chats
great.
enabled.
I mean, we've been doing this for 7 hours. You guys say, guys, you guys just started. No. We did about 6 hours on the True Heat channel, which you guys can go back and watch along if you want to watch with us. Great stuff there, by the way. I did a Stephanie McMahon podcast on there. If you guys missed it, it's great. So
Oh
check
man.
it out.
You also
Or-
analyzed CM Punk's body.
I did pause.
Ah,
Body language.
Oh,
Body
man.
language.
ah.
Romeo, what are your thoughts on the heel turn that happened with John Cena?
One of the greatest heel turns of all time. And
For sure.
it finally came. I always thought that John Cena and The Rock would be a great idea. I just didn't think they'd pull the trigger. You had to see it for yourself to truly buy in and believe it. Because it is John Cena's farewell. It's like, why wouldn't they just keep him babyface and just
Right.
keep doing the whole thing all the way through? They pulled the trigger. For that, you have to give them all the credit in the world. The Rock, Cena himself, Triple H, everybody, all just putting it together. You got to give them credit for pulling the trigger, because this makes the road to WrestleMania 100 times more interesting. I was strongly against Cena versus Cody if they're just going to be babyface and babyface, because it's not interesting. When The Rock was turning heel and doing the whole soul storyline, I was like, okay, that's a little more interesting, because I figured maybe if this happens, it happens at Mania, not tonight.
Yeah, that's what
I'm glad they
thought.
did it tonight. I'm glad they did it tonight because it makes the story building way more interesting instead of doing it at Mania. So, that being said, like a Travis Scott thing, it's funny in the background. It's a really funny visual. But I understand like what Chase said. Like this is, you figure The Rock and Cena will go viral on their own. They're two of the biggest actors in Hollywood. They're two of the best wrestlers of all time. But you add Travis Scott, you get a cultural element that adds even more. It adds even more. The people who are, not that all interested in wrestling anymore. It's like, oh shit, Rock and Cena. I know those two. I remember those two. Like, oh shit, maybe I should watch this build. Maybe I should watch WrestleMania. So it's a nice marketing move. And Travis Scott needs to get his ass kicked by Cody Rhodes for that slap.
Travis ain't taking no bumps.
There needs to be a big ass crossroads. F him.
I have a question for all you guys. When you thought about John Cena turning heel, what was your prediction on how he would have turned heel?
My original prediction,
and at what year? You can say any year or what was going on. But
my original prediction was going to be 2012 when they were doing the whole. I think I talked about this in a video that was the time to turn John Cena heel was 2012 before the first Rock match, because they were doing that whole embrace the hate storyline with Kane and everything like that. So that was the time that I felt you should have turned John Cena heel. But then later in his career, I was thinking, when he was doing the John Cena US Open Challenge, I would love if he was just a heel and just like shitting on indie wrestlers the whole time and saying, "You guys stink. I'm the champ. I'm the United States champion. You guys really want to go at me?" Like that's what I thought too. So those are like the two moments that I felt they would turn heel. I would never expect John Cena turning on Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes out of all people, crazy, but also aligning with one of his great rivals, the guy that he has in storyline, but also in real life, has shitted on. He shitted on The Rock. He's said that The Rock is not built for the grind. The Rock can't do what we do. And then John Cena has become the biggest hypocrite, and he aligns with the guy that he probably hated the most in The Rock. And that right there is shocking to me more than anything else.
He wants the bigger movie roles. What The Rock promised
Exactly.
Cody. It's not enough.
For real.
And also factor in too, it can also show like, because the fact that Cena hasn't won a match in many years, right? Since like 2018, he hasn't won a match. This was like the sign of desperation. Like, look, Ron did this. I go to WrestleMania by any means necessary.
Let me say something about Rollins too, man. You assholes out there, are you done cheering for this guy and singing his stupid song?
Oh, bro, wait till Monday.
Wait PLEs in a row, bro. It's been done some heelish acts. Like, come on.
In a way, he technically helped Cena. Probably not directly, but
he
indirectly helped him.
No, he helped Cena. He definitely helped Cena in this match. He was telling CM Punk through the cage, "I want you to die." Like he literally said that to him.
If CM Punk doesn't win, if Rollins ain't winning, CM Punk ain't winning.
He literally says, "Die, die." He's pissed.
And what's great about that ending is like the John Cena that I know, if that happens, would have just put some goofy ass face on and be like, I can't win like this.
He would have gone out and hit Seth and said, "You can't do that. That's not what you do."
He looked like a chicken shit heel.
That's how it sounds.
He looked like Edge or someone, like just someone who would take that opportunity and be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put that STF."
Regarding CPZ's question, I don't have many instances personally, but like maybe with like when they were doing that Nexus stuff, maybe.
Oh yes, that's good.
I don't know how good it would have been. It wouldn't have been as good as this at all. At all. The fact that they waited and did it now. Well, they didn't wait actually. It's because that's Vince. That's Vince's
different regime.
Yeah, it's different regime. Yeah. The fact that they doing it now, it makes his farewell tour all the more interesting. But I would prefer by the time this whole thing is over, his tour, he does turn back babyface. I do want that. At the end.
Oh yeah. Once he takes the pin at the end, he's gonna sit in the middle of the ring and we'll all cheer him.
I think this is like, especially for hardcore fans that just thought, oh, this is just gonna be Cena, pretty much like glory hounding, just having like a one last moment in the sun. This applause will be a lot more louder than if you just stayed babyface, because they're gonna say thank you for giving us what we've been wanting for years and giving us like literally like some of you had an incredible run. Yes, Cena was forced. Yes, Cena was a chosen one. We don't have to go into that right now. That's more of like we can look back on the end of the year, talk about John Cena's whole career. But thank you, Cena, for giving us this because we never thought this was going to happen. Chief, I think we pretty much answered your question about if Cena will go babyface back at the end
Yeah.
of the year. Yeah,
That
he's going
ovation
to get it.
that ovation should be longer than that bullshit ass long ovation Hulk Hogan got once upon a time. Remember that?
Yeah. No.
It better be longer than that.
Oh, for sure.
Draven G is asking, so is Punk going to call in that favor or not?
We gotta
Look,
stop with this. We gotta stop.
What
Yeah.
favor?
Romeo, I've been on this train. Let me take your hand here. Guys, it was a favor that Paul Heyman had for CM Punk. This favor, Paul Heyman, if he had all this power to get CM Punk into a world title match, you would think that what he would do would also get Roman Reigns in a world title match, because otherwise Roman Reigns would have been in the freaking Royal Rumble. Okay, so I'm here to tell you guys, this favor is not going to pay off what you guys think it is. It's not going to be this big favor. The favor will come whenever the tribal chief is champion again. Long gamer, gotta wait and see on this favor. This favor is not going to pay off for a while. So
I hope
with
it's not at WrestleMania for this triple threat match. That means nothing besides,
no,
just 2 wins.
no. It could be all 3 men have beef with each other. They have to get their hands on each other. That could be the triple threat. That's all it is. That's all that.
Yeah,
Do
that
not
is
use your
all it
favor
is.
for that.
No.
He's
not. He's not going to use the favor for that. The favor, I feel like a lot of people are just putting a lot to it because there's this obsession with, and I think this is why CM Punk said it in the interview that went private recently. There was an interview on the Inside the Ropes channel. For whatever reason, it went private. I don't know what happened.
Wait, the one I sent about Jeff Hardy went private.
Yeah, it went private. I don't know what happened, but there was a clip that came from it where CM Punk talked about, oh, I don't want to talk, like, yes, main eventing WrestleMania is great, but that's not the goal. I looked at it as CM Punk. This is my take on CM Punk right now. CM Punk is not pissed off with his booking or anything like that. I think CM Punk is pissed off because his body can't handle the road structure of the WWE. He can't handle doing all the live events. I think CM Punk is physically tired. I don't think he's emotionally tired. I don't think he hates his booking. I think CM Punk is physically tired because of all the bumps he's taking. He thought that, and it's pissing him off as a human being because he felt that he had more wheels on his tread, that he was able to do this for a lot longer. And the fact that he can't do these live events that he really loves doing, it's frustrating him. And that's the way I took it. But I think CM Punk, the reason why he kind of downplayed about not being upset being the main event of WrestleMania is because he wants it where it's a better story being told. He wants it where, hey, like, you don't have to give this to me. It's not the end all be all if I get this. Like, he was trying to downplay it so people don't get disappointed. Mostly his diehard fans that really want him to be in the main event of WrestleMania more than anything else. And I love CM Punk. But guys, Romeo said it best. It would make no sense for him to just be in a main event night 1 just because Roman, him, and Seth are bigger stars than anyone else. Like, it's for nothing. It's in this favor. Like, look, the favor, if Paul Heyman were to get a favor, it would have to go through the final boss. And if WWE doesn't believe that Cena and Cody can do a regular main event one-on-one, then Roman versus Seth versus Punk will be a triple threat, number 1 contendership. Winner will be added to the WWE Undisputed Championship match at night 2's main event. That's what they would do if they don't believe Cena and Cody can do a one-on-one match. But I do think they do believe that Cena and Cody can do a one-on-one match. This triple threat will just be a star-studded triple threat match. And honestly, if there's 3 guys that I trust to get us invested in it, it's CM Punk, it's Roman Reigns, it's Seth Rollins. It's not 3 bumps. It's 3 of the top stars of the fucking company. So this favor thing, y'all got to chill on it. It's just not paying off right now. It'll pay off eventually, just not right now.
Long gamers.
You're long gamers. Chief asked, you guys think Cena is winning the title?
He has to. You don't do something like that and he comes up short. I'm sorry. Even Hogan won the title immediately after his turn. Like, you don't do that for nothing, bro. If Cody
100%.
wins, oh my God, I'm gonna flip.
That's
That's
it. What
just
else is there to
so
do after
dumb.
that if he wins, man?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? I would say yeah, but being that again, this is a whole year of again Cena's retirement and all that stuff. I could see where he doesn't win, but then he wins on his farewell like PLE, and then he just vacates the title. Remember, the idea he gotta go eventually babyface again, right? Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
we
don't
can
know. I don't know. He already broke the losing streak. That's a big deal. I think he's gonna win it. 17. Why not win it on the biggest stage, WrestleMania?
Yes.
And then after
Yes.
that, and it just adds so much more story. Like now you got everyone chasing the guy that's on his farewell tour.
Exactly.
Heck, we could have it where John Cena said, "Remember when I said I will shake the hand of number 18?
Yes.
There will be no number
Mhm.
18.
Yeah.
When I leave, this title leaves with me." He's holding the title hostage
Yeah.
and stuff. And then he says, like, I won't show up anymore. I'll be done. And then the championship will forever be with me, and my soul will be with The Rock. And it's just like, oh shit, this piece of shit. I think Cena's winning that Mania. Cody's had a really good run. He's gonna get well past 365 days once it comes to WrestleMania. He'll be like 370 something days once WrestleMania rolls around the corner. He's had the belt long enough. It's time to set up, and you got to start setting up who's gonna beat Cena. Like
Yeah.
that's the main thing that you're
Mhm.
gonna set up. Like Cody's already established. Like they've already established Cody Rhodes. He's one of their top players. He's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. He's a big time merch mover. It showed when he didn't beat Roman at 39 how important he is to the company, because he didn't need the world title to feel like the champion at that time. And then they gave him the belt. And a lot of people have been kind of about this title reign. It's been a hit or miss title reign. A lot of
Cody?
times
I like it.
I like it.
it's hit or miss. It's a hit or miss title reign. It's hit or miss.
What
It's
did
not,
Randy Jackson say from American Idol? That's a no for me, dog.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the name I heard in a long time.
it's been hit or miss. So this is your time where you can set up, a Braun Breaker or a Jacob Batu to be the guy to beat Cena. Or heck, if you really want to get lazy with it, you just give Roman the belt back, because Roman would be the only guy.
That sounds like a great idea, Chase.
Yeah, I mean, you just have it where Roman Reigns is like, you chose that guy as your champion, Dwayne. What are you doing? I beat this guy twice already. I barely had to try. I mean, Dwayne, it's missionary every single night with this guy. I'm not gonna go out there. Hey, look, John, happy for you. You got 17, but I have 1,316 days. And he just brings
I
down
think you're
Cena.
close. I think you're in the right bloodline. I think it's Jey Uso. I think it's Jey Uso.
hell
no,
Double champ.
Come
Oh,
on.
I think the IWC will have a suicide pact. They will all just
Yeah.
For
be
real, they
oh,
don't want to see no Cena and Jey Uso.
just me.
It'll be full circle because the IWC hated the way John Cena wrestled. Hated. Kind of sounds kind of familiar to what they're hating with Jey Uso nowadays.
Yeah, no, I think Jay has other
course.
plans. I think Jay has other plans with the World Heavyweight Championship. I think he'll be a good champ. I think they'll still be champs around that time. I also don't think WWE wants to unify the belts right now, because both those belts sell like hotcakes on the website. And look, we can't unify the belts again. You're gonna. It's just let's
No,
stay
honestly,
away
it's
from
Cody
that.
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is gonna get his win back.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Cody
get his win back.
Cody can get his win
Cheers.
back too. Yeah, I mean, I think the
Yeah,
contenders are
that's fine.
the realistic contenders are Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Those are the two realistic ones. Of they will
Only
they
two.
will
Great
be,
list.
The
Great
highest
list.
overall 2K25.
Right?
Yeah.
96s? What are they? 96? 98?
Yep,
96,
96.
both of them. And then if you really want to push a new star, it's Braun Breaker or Jacob Batu. But also Braun Breaker and Jacob Batu, they still have plenty of time to get to that level. It's not like they're going to be forgotten. Those two, though, like I feel like one of your world title matches next year at Mania has to be a Braun Breaker and Jacob Batu match, just because the way you're keeping these guys away from each other and the anticipation of it. Now, Jacob, I will say on Friday.
Wait, what are you saying? You're saying what was your statement again? That one of them what?
One of them has to be world champion heading into Mania next year, because you got to do a one-on-one match with them at Mania. That has to be one of your main event world title matches.
I think Braun Breaker takes the belt off Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Again?
Oh, shit.
I don't see Jay. I don't see Jay running with the title for a whole entire year.
What if
I
Triple
think
H's
that's a match
strategy
that
is-
doesn't need a title.
What if Triple H's
On-
strategy is all the IC title feuds? He just copies and pastes them in the world title. He's like, yeah, that works. Let's do that.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure-
what he will be doing.
When,
No,
I mean, he
the-
copied and
the
pasted Saturday
reason
night's
why
main
I'm-
event.
The reason why I say it needs to be a world championship match, it doesn't need it. But for the optics of fans that whine and bitch, oh my god, they never push new stars. There's never fresh faces in the main event. Wah, 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 wah. You gotta put a world title on there. You have to put a world title on there. So that way fans can feel like, oh, there is new stars being made. Oh my god, yeah. They'll still find a way to bitch, because that's all fans do is bitch and moan. But it's one of those things where at least you're getting a fresh main event, because that's the one thing is you can't always rely that Rock's going to be around. You're not going to have Cena next year. Cody is going to be a main eventer and he can help someone else up. Roman Reigns is always going to be a main eventer. He can help someone else out. I'm just saying, put a world title match in there. It does help out build up just overall. It feels more significant if the belt's on the line than just those two kicking each other's ass in a good singles match. But when you add the world title and there's a little bit more stakes on there, just adds more to that. It just adds more to it.
I don't know. I think Sami Zayn was okay with tonight because he was promised a world championship match at WrestleMania next year. I think.
Yeah, Sami Zayn's gonna turn heel on Jey Uso like after the Karrion Kross feud, kick Jay in the nuts and be like, "I'm the one who did this." Why did Sami Zayn would be great?
Oh, we can't turn Cena and Sammy.
He comes back to that
Why
shitty
not?
theme
They
that he
could-
had, where it's like,
not the Death Rebel version.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit. Oh
No, but
my
I
God.
think Cena's winning the title. I don't think it. I
Yes.
think it.
I think he
And I'm
has
fine
to.
with, and I'm fine with
I
that.
think, I think on that I think about it, yeah.
He has to win it. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes the story better.
100%. Way better. If Cena wins at Mania, who's the first guy to challenge this heel version of him? Well, guys, they're going to be in Mexico. And there's this one little chubby Mexican with the
Oh,
vortex
man.
of death.
That's a money
That will-
match if I
that-
ever heard.
money match.
That will come and try to be like, John, what are you doing, John? This is not you. This is not what you represent. You represent something else. Rey Mysterio will be the first initial challenger, just so that way they can just get Rey and Cena. Penta's not there yet. It's just more of like, hey, we're going to Mexico. John Cena's going as a heel champion. You got to throw Rey Mysterio at him. That's just pretty much it. If Backlash was anywhere else, I would say something else. But
It's
since it's in
100%.
Mexico, it's Rey Mysterio. It's the
What if
safest
John
match.
Cena? What if John Cena refuses to work? I don't wrestle in Mexico, only in the U.S.
No,
state.
no, they'll have seen that in Mexico. before it's
Imagine.
over.
You're gonna make Cena a racist too?
And-
Hey, racist.
Or give him Dutch
Patriotic.
Mantel.
Just going
Have
all
Zeb
the way.
Coulter with him.
Now it depends when that draft is, because I heard that they are doing the draft.
They're still doing that shit?
Yeah,
No,
I heard
no,
That's
that.
the
you
most
there's gonna
unnecessary
be some.
thing,
There's
yeah.
gonna be some random transfer portal, like he's just there to visit Selena Vega
They
or
said the
something.
transfer portal's closed.
Yeah,
Transfer
but,
portal.
No, it's
should
wide
be.
open again. It's gonna be wide open for Rey
Oh,
Mysterio.
Cena
no.
isn't on a brand. He's a free agent. He does
Well,
whatever he
you're the
wants.
world champion. You're on SmackDown then.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
man.
matter to him. Nah, that rule don't apply.
Yeah, that
gonna
don't
be on
apply to
Netflix,
free
though.
agents. Yeah, it's like Roman. He's supposed to be on both shows, and he's like, I show up when I want to.
I just want to know: can we get Brock Lesnar in Mexico again, or like have him
Mm,
bring back that gimmick? No,
think
man.
Brock- think
sombrero.
think Brock is done. Think we won't see Brock for a while.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna
What-
no
Wait
Penta
another
Cena.
year.
When do you guys think we'll see Braun Breaker versus John Cena?
2K25, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we'll see it. I
Uh,
want to.
Winter. That's my
Cena's
guess.
Cena's supposed to be done in December.
yeah, December.
Yeah,
I kind of don't like.
I hate that. Yeah, I was
should
about
go
to
to
say I hate
Mania.
that. That's his last show.
We
Yeah,
should go from now to Mania. I hate December. I don't know.
In New Orleans, retiring in
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah, where he is. What's his Cena's history in New Orleans? He
He
beat
beat
Bray
Bray-
Wyatt.
and he lost
then
Bray
to
he lost
Wyatt
to
and then lost to
Undertaker.
Undertaker. Yeah, great history.
got
That's a
squashed
wild-
by
That's a
Taker.
wild
Oh,
two-step, man.
I guess he's losing to Uncle Howdy, guys. That's it. That's what he's
Oh,
Uncle Howdy.
come on.
Yeah,
Where-
the
where is
trilogy
he? Where's
right
Uncle
there.
Howdy?
It's all the
I mean,
oogly boogly voodoo people at New Orleans.
Uncle Howdy's
yeah,
like,
they,
he's
they
hiding.
kept referring
He's-
back to that Firefly Funhouse thing. So yeah, sure, why not? Long gamers.
Do you think Cena versus Rock 3 is going to happen? No. Rock is not, guys.
No.
Hell
Thrice in a
To
lifetime.
the no,
So guys, the thing
No.
about The Rock is this.
Add Batista while we're at it.
The thing with The Rock is this: is that he cleared out his schedule the last 2 years, so that way he could be in wrestling shape. 39 didn't happen because Roman didn't want to put him over. So The Rock said, "Fuck this, I'm not going to do it." 40 was supposed to be the match because Roman was okay with losing then, and then Cody Rhodes' star
That's
power ruined
selfish.
that match.
Oh, selfish Cody.
Ruined the match, and so they did the Bloodline Rules thing.
You
The
ruined it.
Rock opened up his availability again, but then as time goes on, as The Rock's doing stuff, he remembers, hey, the movies are the ones that pay the bills, not wrestling. And The Rock 3 years in a row wasn't the top grossing actor. So The Rock, picked up more films. He had Moana, he had Red One. Moana obviously was the big money
Never
maker
seen
for Dwayne. But now with Dwayne selling $7 to Disney, so it's now under the Disney umbrella,
Insane.
and Martin Scorsese wanting The Rock to be the lead of his latest movie, Rock ain't wrestling anytime soon because now The Rock has this. He's going to have a bunch of Disney projects that he's going to work on. There's rumors that he's also going to play Apocalypse on the X-Men. We're going to get back to where The Rock is busy in films. He's not going to clear out his schedule anymore to be training and wrestling and stuff. So if The Rock does wrestle, it would have to be something that he, one, is super interested in, and two, that he feels they're going to make the most money off of. And right now, The Rock, he's not going to wrestle. And I think The Rock also really wants to wrestle Roman Reigns. That's like the main match he wants to do. And he's using Cena as like, hey, guys, I can't wrestle Cody. Like that. Just sorry, I'm not wrestling Cody. But here you go with John Cena turning heel. I gave you this great story. I'm the final boss. Da-da-da. Drink Terramana. That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much what's happening. So you guys gotta understand, Rock is not going to wrestle anyone else but Roman Reigns and possibly Cody Rhodes if it makes sense to The Rock and if it makes money and if his film schedule's free. Now keep in mind, if he's filming a Scorsese film, he still has that Smashing Machine movie he has to film. He has a bunch of other stuff. He has Moana stuff that he has to do because they're making a live action one. He also,
oh man, he could do that movie on Injured. You just need his voice.
no, he's gonna actually. It's live action.
What?
There's a live action movie now. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, first of all, I've never seen the first two, so I don't.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
actually playing the physical Maui in this movie. But then also, Kevin Hart's going to get him to do a stupid movie. So, that he's going to be doing a Kevin Hart movie.
Really?
Yeah.
He hasn't surpassed that.
No,
Not
him and
above
Kevin
that
Hart. No, him and Kevin Hart are boys. They love each other. I don't know,
That's
not
true.
as much as CM Punk and John Cena, but they love each other.
I'll tell you what this needs to lead to is a Cena Rock movie. Is what it needs to lead to.
Yeah, I think that is the plan.
That's more likely than a Cena Rock match.
Yeah, exactly. Cena Rock in a movie, but then also too, if he is going to play Apocalypse, do you think The Rock in a Marvel franchise like the X-Men is just going to do one movie? This guy tried to take over the whole DC extended universe. He is looking at this saying, Apocalypse is one of the biggest villains in Marvel history. And, Robert Downey Jr. is back as Doctor Doom. You got rid of Kane. Guess what? I'm back. I'm the Apocalypse. I'm the Rock.
Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
If The Rock is doing all that, can he get Seth Rollins a scene that won't get cut? Or no?
Right. Yeah, he does all those favors for everybody else, but he didn't get a favor for Seth yet.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Yeah,
Romeo. Maybe not.
Yeah, there's only two matches for Rock, and that's Cody, Roman, and Roman is priority one, and Cody is if I have the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's not a slide on Cody.
No,
It's just more of the fact that you got to understand when you're on like the Rock's level, the way he thinks of things is like different. And this Rock and Cody is for the wrestling fan. It's for us. It's you guys watching this live stream. It's the hardcore fan that tweets every day and everything. It's not for the casual audience. Rock and Roman, casual audience, easy story, family feud, this and that. And then also you just got to look at Roman Reigns. Like you plaster him on a poster next to The Rock and you're like, who's this good looking bastard? Who's this guy The Rock is going to be wrestling? It's just box office when it comes to Roman Reigns.
Now here's a match. Is it possible? Cena and Rock as a tag team.
Yeah.
versus Cody and Roman.
Oh yeah, I think that's more possible than
Possible too.
SummerSlam,
Yeah.
Jersey,
Ooh.
Well, I
If
Saudi
you want to
Arabia.
fill it up for two
Saudi.
nights,
Oh my!
nah,
Arabia.
you think The Rock with his special PR trained ass gonna go to Saudi? Fuck out of here.
If Turkey makes it, if Turkey offers it, he'll do
Okay,
it.
here's the difference between Rock and all the other wrestlers, Steve. Terramana makes enough money where he don't have to worry about going to Saudi Arabia ever. The other wrestlers go to Saudi because they know it's like, damn, that's a literally, guys. Shawn Michaels did not want to come out of retirement to do the DX versus Brothers Destruction match because he respected Undertaker too much. Undertaker had to call him and say, "You dumbass, you're gonna make more money in one match than you did your whole career. You're gonna do this."
Friend.
Yeah.
What
So Undertaker got him
Yeah.
out of retirement for that match. The Rock's not gonna go to Saudi and stuff. Like, well, I was even suggesting what they could do too, especially if, like, let's just say Roman's like, I'm not feeling that triple threat. Night one main event, Roman and Cody versus Rock and Cena. Rock and Cena wins. It's some stupid stipulation match. If Roman and Cody win, it's just a regular one-on-one match.
Well, you know the problem with that is that it's just so similar to last.
Yeah.
So
No, I think the only difference will be this: Cody and Roman will win night one, so the baby faces win, and then Cena wins night two, so the heel wins night two. So it's just
kind of love that for a SummerSlam. You got to
You could do-
two nights there.
Yeah, you have to do two nights.
the only problem is that that's when The Rock's going to start filming again. So
that is true.
The Rock's not going to be in
Yeah.
he won't get in ring shape. Like, The Rock is going to be very strict of, I need my 9 weeks to get ready for WrestleMania. And we all know he's not wrestling at this Mania. Like, we should have, why are we even thinking about Rock wrestling at this year's Mania? He's drinking so much Terramana, he doesn't even want to. Guy is like, he is not.
Now, what
he's
about
not
your
ready.
idea for next year's Mania in New Orleans? Probably would have 2 years separated from last year, maybe.
No, well, Cena's not wrestling. He's done in December.
Well, plans change, pal. They're gonna make so much money with heel
Or-
Cena.
Yeah,
Come
that
on.
is true.
Or what if you bring in Steve Austin?
No, we gotta. He just had surgery.
Do you know
For
what
next year's
Austin?
Mania.
He's the hugest politician. This dude, he didn't even want to show up for Cody because the creative plans didn't please him. Like, what?
He was like, "You're gonna give me a lot to leave my house in Vegas." What?
You guys
wanna
remember
leave.
that they showed that little video of Cody drop? He like delivered the beer to Austin and
Yes.
stuff in his truck, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's gonna happen!" And then Austin's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it." So they had to call Taker last minute to pop in.
Yeah, take her out to
Yeah.
was in his suite, and he had to rib everyone.
Yeah.
That he wasn't.
Crazy.
I'll
Do you
tell you what, if you called up Taker right now, he would be so down. Whatever you need. I want
Oh,
Yeah, Taker's a real one.
Do you think KO will get another actual run with the world title soon? Here's the thing about Kevin Owens. He's in that
He ain't
great
no world
spot. Yeah, he's in that
Thinking
great
about-
spot in his career where he's like Piper, where he's like Mr. Perfect.
Mhm.
He doesn't
Yep.
need a title to feel important. And most wrestlers, that's their hell. Like, look at Finn Balor. It feels like he needs a world title to be important. Like, Finn couldn't feud with Seth and lose because everyone was all like, well, he needs to win. He needs to win. And then when he didn't win, that's when people give up. Kevin Owens, people were saying the same thing. He needs to be Cody. He didn't beat Cody, but he's still hot. He's still over. So Kevin
David.
Owens doesn't need one.
Draven, I hope you enjoyed those couple of weeks that KO was carrying around the winged eagle because that's,
That's
the
your
closest.
No.
That was his world title reign. When he was holding it and calling himself champion. There you go. You got it.
Yep.
And he must have loved that because you know how obsessed he is with the winged eagle.
Yeah. So sorry, Draven. I hate to break your spirits on that one. It's just
No,
It's
he
just Kevin
deserves it
Owens.
for that Charlotte comment earlier. He deserves it.
oh
So
man.
I
sorry.
already forgot about that.
No, I'll forget about it. All right.
Romeo doesn't forget.
All right, man. Wow, this WrestleMania card's really shaping up. What a
Bro.
road. that
Can't
we're
wait,
on.
bro.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Can't wait, bro.
Yeah,
Cannot wait.
they needed this for sure.
From night two
Yes.
tickets.
Oh
just
yeah,
got more
people were
expensive.
criticizing about the
Oh,
build-up.
dude.
Now they're not
Dude,
anymore.
I tell people, man, this is why day of buying the tickets doesn't work anymore because people are
Nah.
super excited for it. Looks like yeah. So WrestleMania 41, So the match card for WrestleMania 41 as of now: Io Sky or Rhea Ripley taking on Bianca Belair, Gunther taking on Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight
Main
title,
event.
Tiffany Stratton taking on Charlotte Flair,
Come on,
Welcome
y'all
to
know he
school. Welcome to
opening the
school.
show, man.
and Cody Rhodes taking on John Cena. I'm saying this now. Very good
17.
for world title matches for the men and the women. I like all 4 of them.
Me too.
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be against it. That's
Against what?
the first match is the hottest match of WrestleMania other than like the main event, or if you have a really like matches with people who care about. Like if you put Jey Uso and Gunther first, you telling me that wouldn't be a huge moment if he won the
It's got a main
title in the
event.
first
It's
match?
got a main event.
Yeah.
It's got a main event.
See, the thing for me with Jay, this is what I've been saying.
It's a moment.
Jay winning is just gonna get the fans way too hyped up.
Yes,
That I don't know what can really follow
Exactly.
Jay winning. It's just like
It's
one
like
of those.
Daniel
Like,
Bryan. It's
yeah.
lesser
It's
to
like
me, in my
Kofi
opinion.
Mania. It's like Kofi Mania.
I think it's better than Kofi Mania.
Yeah.
Where was Kofi and Bryan on the card?
middle.
Middle of the card.
They're
People
like
thought
in the
that
middle.
people thought that should have closed, but obviously they went with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda.
Ronda.
And it
Yeah.
rained. And it
I
rained.
mean, would Kofi have got a bigger pop late at night at 1 a.m. or 12:30?
Probably not.
See,
No,
the
because
thing
they
is,
were in the show too long.
the thing
Right.
is,
That's why there's
now.
2 nights.
you're going way too
Exactly.
over. Like with Jay and Gunther, you're going way too overboard with that opening the show because it's just a little bit too hot. Because then you gotta, because if that's opening, your main event has to be something where it's like if that opens, then it's Rhea Bianca main eventing because that's the match that it feels big enough where you go, okay, and you know those 2 women are going to deliver and stuff.
It's just that I don't think this story is gonna be main event worthy for Rhea Bianca. I don't think so.
Yeah,
Me neither.
You guys talked about on your Raw review, the Raw rundown with SP3, where SP3 brought it up. Kind of feels a little bit too mid-cardy, and I brought it up on the review with Steve on our Raw review. I said, "Hey, they need to have it where Jay and Gunther actually closes some shows because once you start getting in where all the
Yes.
other matches start
I heard you
going,
say that.
it's going to be a hard hill to climb because Roman, Seth, and Punk, they're going to demand main event spots. They're going to do this. So you need it where at least Jay and Gunther feels like it's the main event by ending shows at some point in time. You can't have it where they don't end shows.
Hey, here's
Yeah,
another
that's
thing
the
for you.
number one problem with Gunther's title reign. He's never
Here's-
closed the show other than a match.
That's a good point. And here's another good point. Listen, it looks like John Cena's gonna win on night 2. That's gonna be a heel going over.
Yeah.
You want to end night 1 with a baby face going over.
Mhm.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, true.
Because we don't know the whole dynamics of Rhea and Bianca yet. Like, we don't know if this story
They're
all of a
both baby
sudden.
faces. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't know if they're going to force Bianca becoming a heel or something, or maybe I don't think turning Rhea heel makes sense at all. She's like one of your most over acts. So it's like one of those. It's a conundrum because do you go Rhea? Do you make Bianca heel? Do you this? Tiffany and Charlotte, we talked about it already. Doesn't feel like Tiffany's ready for that main
not
event
ready,
spot.
no.
Like
Yeah.
Charlotte and Tiffany feels like a great night 2 opener. You like I know Charlotte probably doesn't like that.
I do mid card and like
That's a
just make her
mid-card
look good.
match.
Make her look good. Like a nice little
But
like show stealer.
I think that's gonna be the one for the main event. That's how Triple H likes to do it. He likes to put the women's right before the last match.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, you
Possibly.
can't do 2 women's world title matches back to back. That would just be like, oh my god,
Yeah,
what?
no.
Right. One's an I one. One's
Chief, for your Raw After Mania tickets, it's totally up to you. I would say buy them now if you can see them for a good price. Because if you wait day of, there might be people upping the price, especially if Cena wins, and it's like Cena and The Rock's going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the only tickets you can buy day of, if you're going WrestleMania weekend in terms of WWE shows, are NXT and SmackDown. Now, NXT is kind of a gamble because if the Hardys end up going there, it might raise the price of the tickets.
You know why I don't think it's a gamble?
Why?
Because the night before, people are probably going to be so hungover and be like, I don't want to go to NXT.
Yeah, that's true. NXT is at 12 p.m.
tickets.
Yeah,
Might
it's
be
at
us.
12 p.m. So
Might be us. might be us.
Steve, I'm
Better
going.
make it
Yeah.
there,
I
pal.
am
You
forcing
better
your
make
fat
it.
ass to go.
Yeah,
I am forcing
you better go, pal.
I'll be there. I'll be
Yeah.
SmackDown's the only thing that I'm like, I don't know if I want to go. But yeah, that's up
You
to
don't
you,
want to see the
Chief.
Andre the
That
Giant
one you
Memorial
could get a
Battle
night
Royal?
of ticket
Yeah.
to, probably.
You get
That
to
one
see
get a day of.
Omos's
Yeah, no,
one match a year. Come on.
It's more play it by ear, see what happens and stuff while we go there. But yeah, I would say Raw up to WrestleMania. That's the one ticket. If you see a good price and you know where you want to sit, buy it now because tickets are already around like the 200 range just for the super duper cheap seats. Just imagine when Cena wins and then The Rock's going to be there and all the surprises. Aleister Black may make his return, all this and that.
Rusev.
I would say, hey, buy that ticket now. Don't wait till the day. And hey, cheap. Worst case scenario is this: you look and you see that day of is cheaper. Guess what? Just sell your original ticket. Just count the losses. Just say, hey, I lost the money on this one.
Yeah.
Cheapest ticket around on Upper Deck is 130 to 180 on StubHub.
I would say look at SeatGeek. Try to find a YouTuber that has today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek, and then later on use your promo code to save money. That's my tip.
And if you have an account, make an
too.
and if you have an account with SeatGeek, make up a new one using this email.
There's always YouTubers like just type in YouTubers with promo codes. It pops up.
Check TickPick too. No fees.
Yeah,
Game
TickPick.
Time.
Game time. Game time is also good too because you can get some super duper flash deals on Game Time, which is pretty damn clutch. So I would suggest that to you guys who are buying tickets for WrestleMania.
Aren't you so much more excited about the Cena farewell tour than you were before?
I was already excited.
I was too, but even more so now.
No,
Yeah, now they
definitely.
got stories to
yeah.
build up.
Yeah,
Not just
Nada.
Cena getting
I just love that it's a
farewell
risk.
tour.
I just
so.
love that WWE is willing to take risks now instead of playing it safe, where it's like
what we
this.
do.
Yeah, it's what we do. Because like to me, like being a fan, like I felt to me, I felt like Triple H showed that he's willing to take risks after he had Roman beat Cody at WrestleMania 39. Because I was just like, bro, who the fuck does
That's
that? Like
true.
Vince would have had Cody win because he's over and all that stuff. No, he had Roman Reigns win, and people said, "This is it. You ruined it." Da 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 da, and it's like, okay, cool. He ruined it. Yet somehow, some way, it still worked out. So it's just one
Bro,
of
how
those
do you
scenes
think
that
this conversation worked with Cena's heel turn?
I think
Cena
Triple
approached-
H.
The Rock
No, I
probably
think Triple
called
H
him.
approached. You think Triple H approached him? You think Rock approached him? You think
No,
Cena
I think
approached?
I think Triple H approached the idea to Cena, saying, "Hey, how do you feel about it?" And then Cena said, "Well, let me think about this. It's obviously a huge pivotal point in my career. It's my last run, so I want to think about it." Then afterwards, Cena thought about it, and then he said, "You know what? I want to give the fans what they want." And then afterwards, Triple H texted The Rock. The Rock liked the idea. Bam. That's how it went.
All of this came from Triple H.
Not all of it, but I do think Cena also probably felt that this was needed for him because Cena's I think he wants us, the fans, to feel rewarded for watching him for all these years. Like,
Yeah.
and so I think it's a combination of Cena and Triple H, and then The Rock, was the icing on the cake. I think The Rock originally probably wasn't in the fold. And then later
you
on,
could do this without The Rock. Like, you don't need The Rock to do this. What Cena did.
I think The Rock got
But
added
would it
in
hit the
last minute.
same?
Yeah, I think Triple H saw the vision of having The Rock there would add more to the story, and he pitched because I think The Rock was totally fine with skipping out on Mania this year, just doing a couple appearances here or there. But I think when Triple H sold him on John Cena turning heel, you make him your champion, da 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 da. The Rock was like, "That's good. I like that." And of course, The Rock, he's going to take credit for himself. I approached John on the Netflix appear, and I asked him, "Hey, how does it feel about you turning heel?" And the rest was history.
And I feel like Cody Rhodes is the biggest winner in all this.
Oh yeah,
because oh my god, all the attention he's about to get on this with this story. And
Oh
do you
yeah.
guys remember when
putting
Cody?
the Rock.
Do you guys remember when Cody and Cena interacted? What was it, last year?
yeah.
And like Cody, like
Oh, the
like,
torch
whispers-
passing.
Cody like whispers it to him like, if you're gonna do like one more match, like I would like to be that match, something like that. And Cena was like, "We'll see."
We'll see. Yep.
We'll
And
see.
look at this. Look at where we are now. Wow.
Yeah, no,
Cody could have. It could have been better for Cody.
yeah, because they could have easily done it where Cena just turns heel, but then it's like, okay, Cena turns heel for what? Like, why is he turning heel? And so, like, the thing about Cena is he's always had a strong moral compass as a character. So him turning heel
Yeah.
just because he wants a belt, it's like, bro, you've done other things like far worse as a babyface for the belt. Now you want me to
Yeah.
expect to be a heel? And now it's like, oh, Cena's selling his soul, everything he represents to a guy that he hates. It makes it a lot more
Yeah.
entertaining than Cena just turning heel just because we want him to turn heel. This is just picture perfect. I mean, the image says it all, Romeo. Like we just have John Cena, Travis Scott, and The Rock. I mean, this
The
image in itself,
NWO.
you're just looking at, yeah, you're just looking at it. It's great.
And
The
there's like three
following is paid
guys.
for by the New World Order.
Who's the third man?
There's at least three guys who could have a lot of fun with this Cena heel turn, at least. And that's like Roman. First of all, Cena Rock, Roman. That's going to be a big deal with Roman.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Seth Rollins, the hypocrite that he is, he sold his soul once. He's going to have fun with this. And then CM Punk.
Yeah.
Oh my God. CM Punk, this is
That's gonna be insane.
Oh,
good.
bro.
TV.
Oh, my
Honestly, I
goodness.
think
Him on
I
Monday
think-
with that promo. Oh,
I think
bro.
Cena and Punk, I would line that up as your SummerSlam. As
Oh
the
yeah, you
SummerSlam
be
match.
definitely.
I think that's the SummerSlam match.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Because I think Cena holds this belt up until like I want to say like November-ish. Like I mean, you could do so up until SummerSlam, that's fine. But I feel like you can get the legs of this heel run up until November.
So
What I
Survivor
want is
Series.
this, if Cena
Oh,
wins
definitely.
the belt, if Cena wins the belt, screwed its design. He makes a new spinner belt, and that pisses off people even more because they already they hate the spinner.
You get to sell
Oh
more.
yeah,
Nah, I
they
think
said it
people,
like this
you
crazy.
So
think
on
this.
WWE
people still
shop.
till this day hate the spinner though. Till this day, factor in now. Okay, he's when you think of the spinner, you think of Cena, right? You
Mhm.
embraced it now because Cena now look. We hated him all these years, right? Now that he's back, it's like you appreciate it now. Like, man, John is here. Holy shit.
And I think that's another good thing about the heel turn is they waited until John Cena was universally appreciated by fans. It wasn't like we were already booing him and then he just turned heel and you
Right.
get the wrong reaction out of that. Like people were just finally in acceptance of Cena and appreciating him. And then the turn happened.
He's been
Yeah,
getting cheers.
exactly.
Now it's all back to booze.
And I love the hypocrite aspect is because if you take a look last year at WrestleMania, John Cena was a part of helping Cody Rhodes win the title, and he faced off
That's
with The
right.
Rock and got rock bottom by The Rock, and now he joins the same guy and hopes to
Insane.
win his title.
These promos
So.
are going to be great.
Yeah.
This
For the
bill
belt.
just got more interesting.
Fine speech, Cody. But let me tell you something, Jack.
Fine speech.
Now it's time to knock you down the size.
Cena must drop it to a younger talent, though. I think Weston, you should rephrase that to a fresh
Triple.
talent, not a
Yeah.
younger talent. Because here's the problem with this young talent thing. Who's the young talent you're dropping to? A lot of these guys
Great.
that people consider young, they're not that young. Like they're just
Yep.
not that young. Or if you think
That's
they're
40.
young, they're just not ready. Jacob Fatu, we don't even know his age, but I think he's near close to pushing 40. Like
He's
Jacob,
like-
No, I think he's early 30s.
32
No,
or something
Jacob-
like that.
Jacob Fatu is
Yeah, Jacob
older.
Fatu's like
It ain't going to be him, bro. You
it's
gotta
not gonna be
No.
him, but
kill the idea.
So
He's
Jacob
32.
Fatu is
He's
32.
Yeah, he's 32.
So he's
Yeah,
my
32.
age. So Batu's my
Motherfucker
age.
looks 42, bro.
Yeah.
I
Hey
get
man,
it,
Batu-
but
a lot of liquor
Batu-
and fried chicken, man.
that's
Batu-
my chicken.
Doesn't he have like 6 kids? Like Jacob Fatu has 6 of them.
He's got a
too?
big
Yeah,
family,
he
I
has
think.
6,
Yeah.
7
Well,
kids.
he's
Yeah.
Samoan, yeah.
Yeah, so Jacob Fatu, 32. Braun Breaker is what, 29, 28?
I don't see it being Braun.
Something like
20,
that.
28, I believe, Barbara.
Oba Femi, we don't know what his birth certificate says. It's at one day it's 22, one day it's 25. We could find out that it's 38. So
For real.
God damn.
we don't know
Oh.
what his birth certificate says.
And
Look,
don't say Joe Henry either, y'all. In the chat,
Who's
don't say
gonna
Joe.
say-
Why you don't believe
Joe,
that?
Joe, injury.
This
Don't
is when
say-
you know. This is know when you know Steve's tired. He will just say a random name. No one
Don't.
will ever
Joe.
say.
Stop.
Braun's-
I'm
Braun's
just saying.
27.
Like you guys gotta understand, age in wrestling is just a number. Most
Yes.
wrestlers don't hit their prime until they're in their mid 30s.
It's more about your bump card.
Yeah, it's your fresh talent, not a young talent. Say fresh talent, fresh, refreshing, newer. Young talent doesn't matter anymore. Age does not. Age is literally not. It's just a number in wrestling nowadays. Because here's the thing. I'll just use this for example. No, nothing against this wrestler because I've actually been on the train for a while. I don't care that Roxanne is 23. She's good in the ring. Could care less that she's 23 years old. Her being 23 just means she'll be longer in the business. Cool. Awesome. We'll see her for more years to come. But that means she gets more exposure for being so young in the thing. Do you think Roxanne at 23 is going to be as over as she is at 33? Just because she's a younger talent? No. If you're good, you're good. And if you're good, I want you in the main event. I don't care what your age is. If you can perform in that ring, age is only a number. So they have to be young. No. Get me someone that is good. Get me someone that is mature. Get me someone that understands the business. That's way better than someone's age.
Yeah, Cena will drop it to a younger talent. Cena's 47.
Fresh talent.
Cody Rhodes is 39. He's a younger talent, so
yeah,
he will drop it. Yes.
This is like when people were saying that when Finn Balor, who was older than most of the roster, WWE pushed him over Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns was entering 28 years old and Finn was pushing 35. And people were saying he was a younger talent. It's a fresh talent. So yeah.
Braun Breaker's the best choice, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
Is there a wrestler who you think should always be a heel? For me, it's Logan Paul. Yeah, there's a lot of wrestlers that honestly should just stay heel. Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, Tiffany should have never been a babyface.
Yeah, for real.
Sometimes I think
Oh, go ahead.
$1 Million Man.
I was going to say, sometimes people get I don't know. I feel like in this era of WWE, it's like, I think sometimes they think because the people get cheered that then you should then turn them because they're bad. Like Chelsea Green, like she's great in her role. I don't think she should ever turn babyface, even though she gets cheered basically every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I'd be more for that than Tiffany Stratton. You know what I mean? If I had to choose between the two, like I'd be more for Chelsea face than Tiffany.
Chelsea could play a face better. The thing with Tiffany is this. It would be better if she goes, I'm glad you guys cheer me, but I still think y'all suck. And she just says that. Like, it's just more of like she just doesn't care that she gets cheered. Like MJF is an example of a guy who just plays better as a heel than he does babyface because that's just what his mic work is based around and stuff. But for
I enjoyed the MJF comedy babyface. That was fun.
Honestly, I think it should have went longer.
When did it all go downhill? When did it all go downhill for MJF when he turned heel? Did it not? Because he was on a roll. He was on a roll.
A lot of people forget. A lot of people will revision history this just because he became popular. The Rock was a heel forever, and then it was just because the fans started to like him more that he accidentally became a babyface. Stone Cold Steve Austin also too was a heel, and then he accidentally became a babyface. The company weren't pushing them as babyfaces. Stone Cold was a piece of shit to Bret Hart and was trying to end Bret Hart's career. Like that was his gimmick.
Beat him with an ambulance.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Rock was
beat up Brian Pillman.
If you're good at dishing insults, I think you could go babyface. I don't think Tiffany's great at dishing insults. She's just great at being a snob. You know what I mean? She's
great at playing a role.
Yeah.
They want her to be Trish. I think that's what it is.
And because she's not Trish.
Yeah, because look, when you look at Tiffany Stratton, look at looks, package, everything you want out of someone you want to market and promote. She's just not there as a babyface. That's just it. It is what it is. But eventually she can play it down the line. But Tiffany is one of those people I think works better as a heel, can just be someone that just like knows the fans love her, but she hates the fans. She detests that they cheer for them. Like she could just do it like she should do it like when Kurt Angle used to come out and he had that gimmick where he's like, no, I'm gonna come out again. You don't chant, you suck this time, and he got pissed. You should have her Tiffany comes out and she hears the cheers and she goes, ew, please don't cheer for me. It is absolutely disgusting. So I'm gonna leave, come back out, and you guys are not gonna cheer for me because I don't want these people from insert city here to cheer for me. All right, let's do it again. And then she goes back, and then afterwards she does it again. The fans just cheer even more, and she just gets more frustrated. Does it one more time, And then she's like, whatever. And then she just hates them. So
It just won't work against Charlotte. They tried the same thing with Becky Lynch.
yeah,
Charlotte's just all these nerds and virgins hate her. So
yeah,
it's just never gonna work.
yeah. Charlotte's
That's the only problem.
Charlotte's in that zone that get the fuck off my TV zone for most people. Where it's just like we're tired of it.
But I'll watch the match. I'll watch the match though.
You'll watch the match. You'll grade it well. You will say that that was a
great match.
But it's just it's just because Charlotte gets pushed so much, and she's a nepo baby and all that other stuff. Even though a lot of wrestlers are nepo babies, see Cody Rhodes, see Randy Orton, it is what it is.
The Rock.
The Rock is a nepo baby. Yeah, I mean, it's all Triple H's daughters when they're finally able to wrestle, nepo babies.
Oh.
Shane's kids.
Yeah.
Shane's kids. I don't know. I mean, Braun Breaker. Everyone loves him. He's a nepo baby.
Yep.
Hypocrites.
I'm cool with nepotism. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Especially in wrestling, because the
Not
wrestling
everybody
kids
makes it.
Yeah, because the wrestling kids they understand the bumps. They know this. Like when you're straight blood from them, I don't know what it is. It's just DNA.
What happened to David Flair? That nepo baby.
What happened to Richie Steamboat? Remember him?
He's
yeah.
San Martino's son.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what they didn't show the wrestlers on tonight at the Chamber.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They didn't do like a wrestlers panel. They didn't show my boy Santino and the Hall of Famers.
Oh,
And they didn't show Drake. Why did they show Drake?
Yeah.
I thought Drake was in the back.
Yeah, he was. I'm
He
talking
was-
about, like they put a nameplate and put the camera on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it was too.
Drake was in like the second row.
I think WWE they played their cards right by not showing Drake.
Yep.
Now, Steve's
Yeah, that
getting
would.
tired. You ready to go to bed, Steve?
I'm good. I'm Gucci, man.
Yeah, right, Steve.
I'm good.
You gave a big old yawn.
Wants to watch a match.
Oh, you want to watch a match? You want to watch match number 50 of the 50 greatest WrestleMania matches of all time?
Which one is that?
50.
50. Which one was that?
Cody
thought it
Rhodes
was
and
40.
Seth Rollins.
Oh, already seen it.
Way
Oh.
too low. Way too low. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
He's
That's what I said
What?
too. Should have been 34. Should have been the top 30 range. But
Okay. Well, all right. So they've done 50 through 47, right? So
yeah,
far?
yeah.
Yeah,
were
today
the
they
other ones?
uploaded Brock and Goldberg.
That's top
Four-
50.
four-
I'll give you top 50 for that.
So 49 was Triple H versus Sting. 48 was Rock versus Cena at 28. And then 47 was Brock versus Goldberg.
Cody and Seth's better than all of them.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, no. According to my match ratings, because I'm also giving star ratings to each of them. If you guys follow me on X, you can see that. I gave Cody and Seth 4.5 stars.
What do you
Okay.
think? Go on, Tim. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Triple H and Sting 3 and 3/4, and then Rock and Cena and Goldberg and Lesnar I both gave 3.5. Goldberg and Lesnar is really like a 3-star match, but I was impressed that they got a dead crowd back to life, especially after they watched Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt wrestle with bugs in the ring. So
What'd you give Cody, Seth?
4.5.
Yeah.
Because I liked
Yeah.
the match initially when I saw it, but I think their Hell in a Cell match is a 5-star match, so I had to bump that down a little bit because it's not really that great of a.
Right.
It's not that 5 stars. It's actually a good 4.5-star match going back.
I think most people's hatred of Triple H and Sting is in the result. I don't
Yes.
think the match is that bad.
No,
I think
Yeah,
it's,
it's a
actually
fun
rather
match.
enjoyable.
no,
Fun to
I,
watch.
I bring that up because in my review I said WWE named Triple H versus Sting the 49th greatest WrestleMania match ever. This match was a fun one. It was cool to see Sting in shape since his late TNA run. He was just wearing T-shirts and the effort wasn't there. The NWO and DX spots were great. The biggest flaw was the winner. Triple H going over was ridiculous and not needed. Does hurt the match grade because I do think winners and losers do matter in the match grade, and especially when you look at it that the whole idea was that Triple H went over because he was supposed to face The Rock at WrestleMania 32, and that didn't happen at all. Just makes him winning making no sense even more because Sting should have won that match. I'm big on winners and losers affecting my match grade. If someone that shouldn't win wins, it does hurt the match grade.
I think. Well, you mentioned what the forward plans were for Triple H, but I also think a big part of the booking was okay. This is Raw versus Nitro. This is the Monday Night War.
Oh, pettiness.
Sting's not winning. Sting's not winning. He's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, it was like when Jericho took on AJ. I told people, remember, Steve, we were doing the WrestleMania predictions. Everyone was choosing AJ in our little panel, and I said, nah, Jericho's winning. And
Yeah, I
no way
remember
Vince is
that.
letting the TNA guy walk into WrestleMania and win against one of his established stars in years in Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Which Mania main event you think was worse? Brock and Roman at Mania 2018 or Brock and Roman at Mania 2022? For those who don't know your years, Mania 2018 was 34. Mania 2022 was the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time, Mania 38.
30.
God.
I'm
First
gonna
of all,
go with 2022 was the worst one. Yeah, there was like nothing there.
Yeah.
And Roman's shoulder get separated, so they went home like 20 something minutes earlier.
Yeah, they went home early in that match.
Is
It
that
ended off.
legit? Because this is the first time I'm today years old when I've heard this.
Yeah, apparently Roman got banged up, got a stinger or something during the match, and then they just said, "Ah, we'll wrap it up after one spear." And then
I
Roman just hit
never
one
knew
spear.
that.
Yeah, that's why the match is so
you can
short.
see it. His shoulder's literally popping out on the camera, and he's
right.
like trying to push it back in.
All right, because that pissed me off so much that this was billed as the biggest Mania main event of all time, and it went what, 10, 12 minutes?
Yeah,
I was so pissed. It's like, what?
yeah, no, because that match is way worse. See, in a vacuum, the 34 match is horrible because like Roman loses, and it was just like he got his ass kicked, and that was stupid. But Brock and Roman at 38 is way worse because, like Romeo said, biggest, most stupendous WrestleMania main event of all time, and that was it. That's it stinks. It ended off one spear. Like it was just like, oh, there's a spear. Cool. Up 1, 2, 3. Huh? Roman Reigns won. Crazy.
Yeah, and I walked out of the first one in the Superdome. I just left and went to Bourbon Street early. And then that match is actually better.
Yeah.
Yep,
Nothing
and
will
that's
top
when
that.
Brock Lesnar threw the belt at Vince. Asshole.
One of the best clips ever, man. Lesnar just like comes to the back after winning, chucks a fucking title at it. And those belts aren't freaking light, man. They heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so that's the worst one. But yeah, that's worse. Nothing will beat Brock and Roman at Mania 31. One of my personal favorite matches.
Oh, what a great match.
It's a match you show people.
That match made Roman Reigns.
All thanks to Seth Rollins.
Yep. Brilliant.
Brock Lesnar actually made both of them.
Century.
What is this? I'm going to send this in the Radical. Steve's going to wake up for this.
Sometimes I'll go back and rewatch the matches for that moment of Rollins like cash just to hear the commentary. Like, this is brilliant.
That whole match is really great. Everything about it is really great. You think Roman's gonna win, and Seth ends up winning. So
I thought so too. I thought at the time, I'm like,
yeah, Steve gonna like this. That's so fucked up, man.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I've seen this already. It's back below the belt. Come on, guys.
I think 2018 was I think Draven 2018. No, because at that point, Draven, they were building up like the F5 couldn't get kicked out of. So Brock Lesnar would hit one F5 and it was over. So 2018 was this that Roman got hit with like 2 or 3 of them. I think your 31's the one where he gets hit with like 8 F5s during the match and stuff.
And hella
Chase,
suplex.
how is T-Mobile Arena on the Upper Deck for wrestling? Oh, it's good. T-Mobile is a really cool arena because it's built for hockey. So if you've ever been to a hockey stadium, it's just like slanted and you can kind of see it. Like when you're sitting Upper Deck, you're not going to really feel like you're in a cheap seat. I went there for UFC. Let me get my pictures for the UFC events. That way you can kind of get an idea. If you guys also want an idea of what's it called? If you guys want an idea for T-Mobile and stuff, like what you can also do is go to aviewformyseat.com. But yeah, this was me for the Alex Pereira in the Upper Deck area for the UFC fight. So this is the Upper Deck for UFC. So if you think this is a bad view, and this is not zoomed in, this is literally where my seats were. So yeah, so that was my view for the UFC. So yeah, I think that's where the money is if you want to go there. But keep in mind when you go Upper Deck, so the higher you are up, it's actually better if you want to get food and concessions, because in the Upper Deck, unlike most arenas, you have to walk down to your seat. So if you get a lower row in the upper deck, you're going to be walking down a lot of flight of stairs. But when you sit up there and you're in the last 2 rows and stuff, not a lot of walking up the stairs. It's a weird constructed arena because, like, most arenas you guys been to, right? Like, you just go to the highest level and then you have to walk up to your seats that are in the cheap seats, right?
Usually.
Yeah, usually.
This
yeah.
arena, when you go up, when you walk to the cheap seat area, you have to go down to your seats if you're in the front 2 rows, or if you're in the upper, it's just right there. But it's a good arena. Yes, Romeo, you can read.
Yeah, can I read the Fightful Select report on John Cena's heel turn?
Yes.
Oh god.
And quote.
It's a little long, so bear with me. I'll
That's
try
fine.
to read it quickly. Internally, the segment was listed as third and reported by numerous outlets. It running at the end of the show wasn't a last-minute change. It simply placed third internally to protect the Cena heel turn.
Oh.
WWE went to
okay.
great lengths to keep it secret, with Triple H noting he had a truck layout. He had a truck layout so he could handle everything with a turn, as only a few needed to know. Only the people who were aware it was coming. The company ended up protecting it well as it came to a shock to many in the company. John Cena and Cody have known that the plan was to wrestle at Mania. Thus far, we've not heard plans for The Rock to wrestle at the show. Creative was told to create plans as if The Rock would not be wrestling at the show. Much of The Rock's creative and the planning behind it is provided to WWE staff and creative on a need-to-know basis. As he pointed out, he typically collaborates with Brian Gewirtz and Triple H. Those we asked said the poster that dropped on Friday was 100% intentional foreshadowing. And that Travis Scott was planned to be part of the angle at the time. WWE had planned well over a month for Travis Scott to come to the show, but we don't know if he specifically planned for the angle for that long. Whether it goes back to Cena announcing his tour, Bad Blood, Raw on Netflix, or anything, few details how long the angle has been firmly planned. Regurgitating what we just said. When we asked about The Rock's appearance at Bad Blood, nobody had been told specifically that was the plan to set up this, but believed it could have been a pitch that far back, as Cena Cody was in creative plans shortly after that.
That is true.
There were others that believed there was some intentional vagueness to fit in whatever The Rock could possibly be involved with going forward. Most we spoke to tonight believe The Rock will be at Mania in Vegas, but that was far from confirmed. And yeah, John Cena's not. Yeah, we already know that. Not advertised for the next 2 episodes of Raw. And we're told that contrary to rumors, Drew McIntyre was never the plan to win this match. That's it.
Well, y'all should have known that when.
For Patreon.
So hold up. Cena's not going to be on the next 2 episodes of Raw, right? The next 2 episodes. But
Going to Africa.
But isn't Raw at MSG on March 10th? Isn't he advertised for that? Yeah.
No, he ain't advertised for that.
I thought he was.
Cena's advertised for the overseas tour.
Damn. You would think, hey, they're at MSG. You know, again.
Well, you know where you can know where someone's advertised, Steve. You go on to the Raw and let me see who's advertised.
He's not. I just checked. He's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was.
They got
Xavier
Punk,
Woods
Gunther, Xavier Woods.
My apologies.
Steve just assumed they're in MSG. They have to have Cena there.
Because Cena went to MSG last year. Nope, he did not.
Cena said he'll see you in Jersey at MetLife. That's where you can see Cena. You're not gonna be at the Garden. Sorry, got to be in Africa.
Chama.
But bro, did I not call that like a long time ago? Like The Rock, his plans are on a need-to-know basis. Not everybody's gonna know them. The dirt sheets don't need to know them. There's a few people that need to know them. Triple H, Brian Gewirtz, and maybe whoever he's involved.
Oh yeah, I think with The Rock, I think if there's reports that he's not going to be involved at Mania, it's just more of like wait and see, because we just don't know when he's available. Like, the thing is, you just gotta understand, Rock works on a different clock than all the other wrestlers, and they can hate it all they want, but sorry, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It is The Rock. It is.
And if you're a wrestler backstage getting annoyed at like, oh, I didn't know this was in the plans, it's just messed up the show. Fuck off. It's The Rock. He's your boss. He's
Hell
the final
yeah.
boss.
See,
He's making the industry better. Like, stop.
see, if you're a wrestler
Yeah.
that's pissed because you didn't know the plans, you're not supposed to know the plans. Like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to
Need to know.
It's a worry about what you're doing.
Yes.
Don't worry about what everyone else is doing, because that's when you start.
Yes.
The
You hear
problem
that,
is,
Sami Zayn?
yeah, the problem is when
Say
you
it,
reach,
Zayn.
Oh,
when you
come
reach a certain
on.
point, and this is how it is in career stuff too, guys. This is not just in wrestling. You reach a certain point in your career, and you feel like you want to know everything that's going on, but really, it's kind of better when you're the employee or the boss that doesn't have to know where everything's going on, and you can just let the wave take you and stuff. And to me, that's how I treat work. I just go in, I make people laugh, I do my thing, and they find me funny for whatever reason, and then bam, that's it. I could care less what's going on. I don't care about the drama. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Da, da, da. I don't need to know that. I just want to do my job well. And I feel like it will make your lives easier. You don't need to be upset. Guys, I'm sorry that the biggest movie star of all time, the guy who has been the highest grossing actor in Hollywood for 6 years, wants to go do something privately and wants to go to WrestleMania. Sorry, Drew McIntyre, you're not making it all the way. Sorry, Sami Zayn, you're not going to know what The Rock wants as planned. Deal with it. Move on. It is what it is.
Yep.
Y'all wondering what cage match is giving the show?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like a 9, right? 9.2.
I thought we said it earlier.
9.19 out of 10. The
Yeah.
highest rated match so far is Kevin versus Sami Zayn, and the lowest
How much is
rated
that?
that match ran out was Sami and KO, 9.12 out of 10.
Woo!
And the match was about 27 minutes 35 seconds. The match with the least amount of votes. Well, so far, because right now, because no, it's the women's chamber match, because for whatever reason, there's not enough votes for total rating for the tag team match that took place tonight.
What is everything that has a rating, and what is it?
So the men's chamber got an 8.25.
That wasn't even a chamber match, man. There was only one chamber match on this show, and that was
Oh,
the
come
women's.
on.
The other match was a triple threat match. I don't want to
Women's
hear it.
chamber
That
doesn't
was
have a
a
rating?
featuring the Elimination Chamber.
What?
Yeah.
So the
The,
women's chamber doesn't,
women's
doesn't have a
chamber?
rating.
Yeah, the women's chamber right now. But I guarantee you
What did the tag match get?
there's not enough votes yet for a total rating.
So that's the worst. Nobody even
So-
cared to talk about it.
Yeah,
Well,
that
who
match-
knows? By the time we wake up later today, you might see a vote on it, whatever the case may be. So
They ain't voting on that, man.
And the rating for the whole show is 9?
yes,
9.19.
Is that the highest rated chamber ever? Why?
Yeah,
has to
probably.
be.
They didn't rate 2 matches, so it doesn't even count, honestly.
No, they didn't rate one match.
Oh,
All
okay.
three matches have the rating, because 7.72 for the women's, 9.12 for Owens and Zayn, 8.25 for the men's chamber.
But like Steve, is this right? You could rate the PLE without rating the matches themselves. You
Yeah,
just give a rating on the PLE, right?
yeah.
Because so that takes into account that they are rating the last segment with their rating.
Yeah.
Instead of just averaging the matches together altogether.
yeah. A lot of people have given this show a 10 on the cage match. Everyone's saying that, there, like, some people have said that even though the in-ring wasn't the greatest, it did provide a lot of, healthy balance of not just like PLE worthy in-ring action, but great returns and surprises with Randy Orton's return, Jade's return, and then the Cena heel turn. Like,
Yeah.
I would say this show's 9 out of 10. Is this show better than Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
What did I give Rumble? An 8.5? Can't remember what I gave Rumble.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This had
Because if I gave Rumble a 9 as well, then I would have to give this show a 9.5.
jeez. Might be one of the best chambers ever. Might be.
Yeah, well, last year's chamber was just an 8 out of 10. It was okay.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
historically that's like
it's a landmark type of show. Like
shit.
Yeah.
you always know it for that.
Let's see events. Let me check the events.
And because he makes
Overview.
these shows so short now, it's like you only got a little bit to grade it out of. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, and then when you do it where it's like let's see. So Elimination Chamber, the first one was what, 2015? I don't know when Cage Match. What the frick is this? Some guy writing in German? I'm just trying to find like the rating of the show.
Yeah, they got a lot of that on the website.
Yeah, now let's go to Elimination Chamber event. Chamber, because it's been an event that's happened for a long time, because there originally was No Way Out, then they changed it and stuff,
Right.
so they changed the name of this event a couple of times. All right. What was the first Elimination Chamber pay-per-view? So the first Elimination Chamber was 2010. The matches on that card were Cena was the Raw Elimination Chamber where Cena defeated Triple H, Sheamus, Kofi, Ted DiBiase, and Orton, and then Batista won right after. Drew beat Kane for the Intercontinental title. Lay Cool defeated Gail Kim and Maurice. The Miz defeated Montel Valtanius Porter for the United States title, and Chris Jericho won the World Heavyweight Championship from the Undertaker after Shawn Michaels costed him.
That was a good chamber.
Yeah.
That match, the chamber match.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think this is the best one. I'm kind of looking at it. Yeah, I think this is the best one by far.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. I thought Chamber was a younger pay-per-view. Wow, it's been, Jesus, since it started in 2010, 15 years.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's a teenager.
Low key, one of the best things that happened tonight was Brandy Rose tweeting, "John Cena sucks," and then R-Truth replying saying,
Yeah, we can't jump to the conclusions.
"We can't jump to conclusions."
We can't jump to conclusions. Oh shit!
That's crazy.
Vintage R-Truth, love it. You know what? I gotta see
Get the
that match.
Me too.
I gotta see that match on Fair.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
R-Truth and John Cena. I have to see it one of these
the
random shows.
for
Not
the
a
title.
PLE, not a
For the
PLE.
title.
Yeah.
John Cena shows up to a SmackDown.
Little squash match.
Like what they did with Gunther and Tozawa. But this has way more story. Way more story. We gotta see it one time. Can we not? The crowd will pop for that so huge, bro. You could do a whole show long narrative. We will all be on the edge of our seat. Tell me we won't.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
All
right.
right. John Cena in the main event. Come on, Chase. Tell me you won't.
I saw that at Capital Punishment 2011. I think I'm good.
No. This time the roles are reversed. Cinema.
I think I'm good, Romeo.
Then you need Cena smoking a cigarette. That's what
Yeah,
you need.
He'll smoke some of Travis Scott's Sage.
Let up a Newport. Let up a fucking Newport.
I can't. This visual. I can't picture it. This visual. I can't.
Oh man.
Alrighty. I think that is it for this live review. Thank you all for tuning in who asked questions about everything. Normally, this is where Steve will go over, hey, this is what we did all the last week. But now it's a start of a new week here on the Round the Point channel. This Monday, come join us in Steve's Kitchen.
What? Steve's Kitchen canceled. We already talked about everything. We're good.
Oh my God, Steve's canceling.
Don't cancel that, Steve.
Find us on the Raw. Find us on the Raw rundown on Tuesday.
What depends. If there's
Steve, you have to talk about Javante Tank Davis too. You gotta talk about that.
I gotta watch the
Screw
fight.
job.
Gotta watch
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see.
So no Steve's Kitchen Monday. I guess Steve is
depends. Depends. If there's some topics, that
okay.
I'll keep you guys posted.
Okay. So maybe if there's topics, Steve's Kitchen Monday, Tuesday Raw rundown, Wednesday sad the AEW Dynamite watch along. This Thursday, Gainamania Week 1 ATP Gaming.
Oh, baby.
Come join us for our second biggest show of the year, or the SummerSlam to our All in the Mud, which is our WrestleMania. Please come join us for that. You can follow Steve.
Tony Khan. Chase versus Tony Khan.
I got this guy. Oh, and then
Oh,
also
that's got to
too,
be week 2. I can't. Be
and then
week 1.
also probably this Friday, we'll predict AEW Revolution. What other things you got going on? You got nothing else?
Yeah, I suppose.
Or
I
we,
suppose.
or we can just predict it Monday and just say like, fuck it, we don't know what else he's announcing.
When is
Exactly.
Revolution? Next Saturday or Sunday?
This
Sunday.
This Sunday next Sunday coming up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
We might, or we might or might not do a watch party.
I don't know.
I don't know.
want to see Cope versus Mox in a 45-minute classic? Be my guest.
Are you gonna go there,
Yeah,
Chase?
mid South.
Am I going to
You
go
gonna be
there?
there?
Huh?
You gonna be there? In the building? Why you got the Shawn Michaels eyes right now?
Who knows?
Shawn Michaels eyes is crazy.
Well, Romeo, don't put in my eyes right now. Oh, that's how Shawn Michaels talks. You can follow Steve at Heel Steven. You can follow Walter at Hey I'm Walter on
Fuck Shawn
X.
Michaels.
CPZ
Aw.
at CPZ Loves You. Romeo, he has 11,000 followers. Make it 12,000 by following him on X at Romeo Damas. Hey, if you guys
Good
like
friend of Karen
sports,
Cross.
if you like sports gambling, he's your guy. He'll save you some money on. He'll make you some money on it.
We won one tonight.
Follow the Around the Point Network on Twitter at AT Point Network. Remember, if you guys ever feel generous, besides super chats, you can join our membership. Priority replies to comments. Get to join the ATP Gaming roster. Throwback watch alongs, or you can join the sad watch alongs as well. That's where we have most of our members join. And special member only streams, where if we do like a random Q&A, we got anything going on, you can join with there. Dave Melt says Cena versus Rhodes, Punk versus Rollins, Gunther versus Jey Uso, McIntyre versus Priest is
Whoa,
already
you
a
forgot somebody
banger
there.
for Mania.
I forgot Roman. It's
Yeah.
Punk versus Rollins.
And maybe Dave Meltz thinks it's going to be Roman versus The Rock.
Dave Meltz. That's a very suspicious name.
Yeah,
Are you
Dave
somebody
Meltz.
else secretly?
Whoa.
Is this WWE? Is this your WWE burner account, Dave Meltzer?
Well,
He's got the phone.
Well, you know,
You
you
gotta
know
make your voice sound like you're 1950s, Steve, with the phone. Why do you? Wait, is that a real landline or is that your remote?
not remote control.
No,
Well, you know,
Steve, you never know. Steve talks into his remote, so I don't know what kind of old fucking system this guy
That's
has.
funny.
Oh
That's
man!
funny.
All
Thank
right.
you, Dave Meltz.
Yeah, thank you,
to see
Dave
you
Meltz. Yeah, Dave Meltz, the Meltzer's friendly burner account. Well, he has to subscribe to chat's on subscriber only mode, Steve.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He snuck McIntyre and Priest when Charlotte and Tiffany were right there.
You know, people hate McIntyre Priest. I think it's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Where is this?
For crying out
stupid
loud,
thing?
Drew McIntyre wrestled Madcap Moss, bruh. So this will be fine.
What are you looking for, Chase?
Oh, well.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. How do I play this? It doesn't play.
So what you get? All right, guys, for Chase, for
There you
myself, for Walter, for CPZ,
This
for
shit doesn't
Romeo.
play. This sucks.
We're on the road to WrestleMania. We're out, everybody.
I told you it was complicated. That's why I stopped.
Yeah, I'm all like, how do you play?